Pedestrians panicked while ambulances arrived, discovering injured man protecting frightened woman from speeding truck, bleeding heavily. He reassured approaching officers before collapsing silently beside confused crying woman completely. Regret overwhelmed him, remembering lifelong kindness rewarded only through betrayal, loneliness, misery, and suffering. He suddenly awakened inside unfamiliar bedroom, realizing memories from previous existence remained completely intact. Reborn within villainous noble family, he remembered dying protecting cheating girlfriend before magical reincarnation. Augur remembered painful experiences, concluding kindness brought suffering, betrayal, disappointment, and meaningless sacrifices permanently. Determined avoiding previous misery, he accepted reincarnation proudly, choosing villainous nobility without hesitation. Augur declared ambitions confidently, intending controlling servants while pursuing desires without guilt or compassion. His father praised diligent studies respectfully, believing Augur prepared inheriting powerful noble family leadership. Augur understood manipulative father, deliberately appeared foolish publicly, while secretly crushing enemies behind scenes. Augur praised villainous manipulation internally, while promising father loyal studies and responsible noble duties. His father questioned magical abilities carefully. Hearing Augur conceal unique techniques from public knowledge, Augur learned academy attendance required, selecting personal servant, accompanying him throughout dormitory life afterward permanently. Father encouraged purchasing obedient slaves freely, considering cruel treatment necessary training for future rulers. Excited greatly, Augur viewed servant selection opportunity, supporting ambitions toward becoming flawless villainous mastermind. Augur desired righteous subordinate intentionally manipulated toward villainous actions, considering corruption ultimate evil achievement. Remembering chosen candidate carefully, Augur departed confidently, while servants watched his strange excitement. Augur entered underground arena eagerly, seeking talented fighter becoming loyal accomplice, supporting villainous ambitions faithfully. Masked swordswoman battled aggressively before screaming audience, defeating opponents mercilessly inside brutal underground arena. Determined fiercely, mysterious swordswoman prepared attacking another enemy, while maintaining cold expression throughout battle completely. Armored fighter attacked furiously, attempting ending swordswoman's undefeated streak through brutal killing strike. Swordswoman countered effortlessly, unleashing terrifying technique while smashing opponent directly across arena floor, mercilessly. Ignoring desperate screams, she silenced defeated enemy before crowd witnessed horrifying bloody execution. Arena manager nervously informed Chris. Somebody arrived suddenly while violent cheering echoed throughout underground corridors. Chris confused as heard someone waited for her. It was Augur who wants meet her directly. Augur requested private discussion calmly while Chris watched suspiciously beside confused underground arena. Chris escorted Augur privately indoors while loyal guard promised preventing interruptions during important conversation. Augur revealed Chris's Ragnika's hidden identity, shocking former Holy Knight through impossible accurate recognition. Chris realized suddenly Augur belonged powerful noble family, becoming extremely alarmed by unexpected encounter. Understanding Verret family reputation carefully, Chris concluded, Augur possessed dangerous intelligence and political influence. Augur revealed corrupt nobles framed Chris deliberately, causing expulsion from respected Holy Knights organization. Chris remembered investigating human trafficking carefully before discovering nobles secretly controlled criminal operations completely. During royal testimony, suspicious officials immediately dismissed Chris's accusations, while protecting aristocratic criminals. Powerful nobles forged false reports maliciously, discrediting Chris before kingdom authorities without evidence completely. Chris explained, nobles destroyed collected evidence entirely, stealing status, and branding him criminal permanently. Chris angrily attacked Augur, blaming corrupt nobles, forcing humiliating survival inside brutal underground arenas. Augur criticized Chris sternly, questioning abandoned knightly pride despite enduring painful betrayal and injustice. Conflicted emotionally, Chris hesitated speaking further, while struggling accepting Augur's unexpected admiration sincerely. Augur confessed admiring Chris previously, praising dedicated service protecting innocent citizens courageously without corruption. He praised Chris's unwavering morality, encouraging companions continually despite surrounding cruelty and widespread criminality. Chris rejected praise painfully, believing corruption transformed him into worthless scum, surviving through violence. She admitted, former heroic identity disappeared permanently, convinced previous righteous knight already died completely. Augur encouraged Chris compassionately, promising renewed purpose and inviting disgraced knight beside him permanently. Holding Augur's hand nervously, Chris listened quietly while hearing hopeful promises about justice returning. Overwhelmed emotionally, Chris pledged loyal swordsmanship toward Augur, finally accepting meaningful future service. Augur celebrated recruiting Chris proudly, believing villainous principles successfully manipulated, righteous knight completely already. He guided Chris home cheerfully, planning introductions while secretly misunderstanding as Alice, not Chris anymore. Alice reacted emotionally upon receiving new identity, cherishing Augur's thoughtful gesture with overwhelming gratitude. Before departing permanently, Alice requested returning Arena briefly because unfinished matters still remained unresolved. Augur permitted weapon retrieval calmly, assuming Alice merely intended collecting valuable equipment before departure. Alice pledged devoted swordsmanship proudly, believing Augur's ambitions represented righteous justice against corruption completely. Augur encouraged Alice excitedly, expecting partnership supporting villainous schemes throughout dangerous future plans together. Alice massacred underground criminals immediately, shocking Augur, realizing her interpretation differed completely from expectations entirely. Augur believed obtaining strongest subordinate advanced villainous goals, while Alice pursued justice passionately against criminals. Covered blood happily, Alice promised eternal loyalty, while terrified Augur questioned difficult villainous ambitions silently. Royal Magic Academy Lichberg welcomed noble students, establishing prestigious foundations for ambitious future magicians. Augur confidently entered campus, believing academy experiences would support his personal selfish ambitions greatly. Alice pledged loyal service beside Augur, unintentionally attracting attention throughout academy corridors immediately everywhere. Suspicious classmates criticized Augur's background, assuming influential relatives secured academy admission unfairly through favoritism. Alice threatened insulting students violently while Augur calmly accepted criticism surrounding his notorious family. Augur imagined academy beauties surrounding him happily, motivating ridiculous dreams about building enormous harems. Alice nervously approached, distracted Augur while uncertain classmates observed their awkward interaction. A graceful student recognized Augur immediately, confusing Alice while requesting memories together during childhood. Augur remembered Karen Levitsenka, noble daughter formerly engaged beside him before families suddenly separated permanently. Karen enthusiastically discussed childhood memories beside embarrassed Alice, while Augur calmly explained previous engagement. Alice angrily rejected Karen's engagement explanation, while Augur discussed magical importance seriously beside bewildered classmates. Augur revealed lacking magical abilities, exposing devastating weaknesses despite noble family expectations. Alice defended Augur passionately, refusing accusations blaming his condition for broken noble relationships completely. Karen admired Augur's personality deeply before hurrying alongside classmates toward academy entrance ceremonies together. Academy officials welcomed freshmen formally, while students prepared belongings before entering assigned dormitory rooms. Students questioned Augur's missing magic abilities, while Alice angrily confronted disrespectful classmates surrounding him. Augur confidently ignored criticism, believing future achievements eventually would inspire overwhelming admiration throughout academy. He enthusiastically searched academy grounds, hoping recruit beautiful companions supporting ridiculous harem ambitions permanently. Augur secretly identified frightened female student, deciding she deserved attention among countless academy newcomers. Cruel students mocked terrified girl relentlessly, while Augur criticized vulgar behavior surrounding academy corridors. Noble students insulted frightened commoner girl, while Alice prepared attacking offenders, protecting Augur's reputation. Another student interrupted Alice aggressively, claiming frightened girl already belonged under his personal. Augur immediately defeated arrogant student physically, hoping demonstrate impressive strength before terrified commoner girl. He calmly identified defeated noble student, criticizing obsession regarding meaningless social hierarchy publicly before classmates. Proudly introduced noble heritage, Augur humiliating opponent completely, while Alice admired overwhelming confidence beside classmates. Augur helped frightened girl stand comfortably while secretly admiring her enormous chest enthusiastically. Mashiro Lishe introduced herself politely, while Augur struggled controlling embarrassing thoughts regarding overwhelming physical attractiveness. Augur offered handkerchief kindly, surprising emotional Lishe through unexpected compassion from powerful noble students completely. Lishe promised returning cleaned handkerchief later before nervously leaving toward academy. Welcome celebration gathering afterward. Augur confidently believed Lishe already adored him, while planning further interactions during academy festivities together. Alice admired Augur's kindness deeply, while he awkwardly considered leaving her behind. Afterward, Augur attended academy celebration alongside Alice, noticing unusual commotion gathering around influential noble students. Alice discovered Crown Prince surrounded Karen closely, learning their engagement replaced Augur's previous relationship completely. she angrily criticized Karen's replacement engagement, while Augur accepted circumstances caused by missing magical abilities. Alice confronted Crown Prince aggressively before apologizing reluctantly. Realizing dangerous hostility became completely exposed publicly. Crown Prince Arnia mocked Augur's missing magical aptitude, while speaking confidently during Academy celebration gatherings. Alice reacted aggressively toward Arnia immediately, but Augur restrained dangerous confrontation before escalating publicly. Arnia politely introduced himself before praising Augur's popularity among Academy students during celebration festivities. Karen appeared shocked discovering Arnia speaking directly beside Augur during crowded Academy celebrations. Alice realized Karen's unusual behavior originated from engagement relationships involving Arnia and Augur simultaneously publicly. Arnia mocked Augur arrogantly before leaving alongside Karen during tense Academy celebration interactions. Augur quietly sympathized with Karen, believing noble obligations forced painful engagement decisions upon her. Karen chased departing Augur emotionally, insisting she understood his hidden feelings regarding rejection deeply. Alice silently watched Karen's desperate pursuit, becoming shocked by unexpected emotional attachment developing rapidly. Comforted Augur sincerely, Alice praising personal character beyond missing magical abilities or noble criticism. Augur smiled calmly after Alice praised him, secretly enjoying misunderstandings surrounding his unusual reputation. Alice delivered mysterious letter nervously, while Augur confidently believed classmates misunderstood his hidden ambitions. Li Shay requested private meeting gratefully, inviting Augur behind Academy courtyard before morning classes started next day. Augur celebrated excitedly, imagining romantic confessions from Li Shay, while Alice watched his ridiculous reactions. Embarrassed, Li Shay thanked Augur sincerely, struggling explaining mysterious feelings developing following previous rescue incident. Li Shay suddenly approached intimately beside Augur, nearly kissing him while expressing vulnerable affection quietly. Augur immediately awakened embarrassed, realizing passionate encounter originated completely from unrealistic romantic dreams previously. Augur confidently misunderstood Li Shay's invitation, believing overwhelming admiration already existed between them, naturally, completely. Augur proudly prepared uniforms, imagining Li Shay's affection increasing rapidly throughout upcoming Academy experiences daily. Augur arrived meeting location calmly while nervous Li Shay waited silently beside Academy garden. Li Shay thanked Augur sincerely again, struggling controlling embarrassment while recalling previous dangerous encounter emotionally. Augur mistakenly expected romantic confession immediately, while Li Shay nervously explained confusing personal circumstances awkwardly instead. Crying desperately, Li Shay begged Augur avoiding involvement completely, shocking him through unexpected emotional outburst. Li Shay returned handkerchief anxiously, misunderstanding kindness, while Augur realized serious confusion existed between them. Augur watched confused silently, while Li Shay suddenly escaped emotionally, abandoning conversation. He questioned confusing developments carefully, while observing Li Shay running frantically through Academy gardens. Suddenly, Luark approached frightened Li Shay beside classmates while Augur misunderstood their relationship completely from distances. Furious Li Shay corrected Augur's assumptions aggressively, admitting preferring bad boy over polite gentleman instead. Augur misunderstood entire confrontation proudly, believing Li Shay possessed rebellious romantic interests toward villains. Naturally completely. Crying Li Shay apologized while separating herself emotionally from confused Augur beside Academy cafeteria pathways. Augur reflected seriously upon misunderstanding, while Alice questioned unusual behavior surrounding emotional Li Shay carefully. Alice analyzed Li Shay's strange gratitude, suspecting hidden motivations behind dramatic emotional reactions completely instead. She logically concluded Li Shay's behavior contradicted circumstances involving classmates previously chased away aggressively before entirely. Augur decided observing quietly remained preferable, ignoring Alice's suspicions regarding Li Shay's unusual emotional behavior. Alice investigated Li Shay enthusiastically, while Augur secretly observed suspicious movements throughout Academy grounds. Cruel students gathered secretly inside abandoned Academy building, mocking Augur's previous embarrassing misunderstandings. Luark ridiculed Augur's intelligence proudly, while classmates celebrated successful manipulation involving vulnerable emotional situations. Threatened nervously, Li Shay admitted classmates forced misleading actions previously against Augur unwillingly during confrontations. Luark cruelly revealed intentions maliciously, desiring emotional suffering inflicted directly upon Augur personally through manipulation. Luark ordered frightened Li Shay, demanding repeated manipulation, targeting emotionally vulnerable Augur again. Cruel nobles planned defeating Augur magically, while terrified Li Shay desperately resisted dangerous schemes. Li Shay remembered threats forcing humiliation toward Augur, fearing rumors regarding missing magical abilities spreading. Li Shay endured constant discrimination painfully, while regretting involvement protecting Augur from malicious noble classmates repeatedly. Remembering Augur's kindness, Li Shay realized completely different values existed beneath noble academy traditions. Li Shay bravely rejected noble threats, promising fiercely protecting Augur despite previous painful manipulation. Furious Luark attacked Li Shay violently, enraged by defiance against humiliating schemes targeting Augur. Terrified Li Shay suffered cruel harassment helplessly, while Luark destroyed clothing maliciously during confrontations inside library. Luark threatened humiliating Li Shay further, enjoying emotional suffering inflicted upon vulnerable commoner students repeatedly. Augur suddenly intervened forcefully, destroying surroundings violently, while shocking nobles through overwhelming physical strength. Augur protected crying Li Shay confidently, promising nobody would harm her while standing courageously. He mocked noble threats casually, revealing emotional manipulation never affected his personal feelings seriously. Shocked nobles realized Augur intentionally lowered guards previously, understanding manipulation failed against him entirely. Alone later, Augur sighed heavily, realizing classmates misunderstood his confident performance surrounding confrontation previously. Alice interrupted Augur's reflections urgently, carrying mysterious camera while announcing troubling information unexpectedly. Augur discovered Li Shay's genuine feelings completely, realizing classmates previously forced cruel misleading statements. Alice urgently explained Li Shay remained endangered, convincing Augur immediately begin dangerous rescue operations together. Augur laughed confidently, while denying misunderstanding accusations, frightening nobles through overwhelming fearless determination. Desperate Luark prepared magical attacks, nervously, believing superior spells guaranteed victory against Augur. Massive firepower exploded violently toward Augur, while terrified Li Shay watched unfolding destruction helplessly. Luark launched destructive fire magic confidently, believing Augur finally faced unavoidable defeat completely. Augur survived magical explosion effortlessly, calmly mocking Luark's disappointing abilities before terrified classmates. Confused classmates suspected hidden magical talents, while Augur casually ignored dangerous attacks surrounding him. Augur admitted lacking magic honestly, while Luark desperately continued launching overwhelming fire attacks continuously. Erased incoming magic instantly, Augur shocking nobles through impossible powers, despite missing magical aptitude. Augur cornered defeated Luark confidently, preparing immediate retaliation against cruel manipulation schemes. Terrified Luark screamed desperately, while Augur approached threateningly beside frightened observing classmates silently. Augur defeated Luark effortlessly physically, astonishing Li Shay, while magical attacks vanished unexpectedly during battle. Augur explained anti-magic technique calmly, while checking injured Li Shay's condition carefully beside destroyed surroundings. Guilty Li Shay apologized tearfully toward Augur, regretting previous insults despite receiving compassionate protection. Blushing Li Shay promised punishing Augur emotionally, while hiding overwhelming gratitude beneath embarrassed expressions. Augur comforted crying Li Shay gently, requesting secrecy regarding mysterious anti-magic techniques protecting classmates. Overwhelmed emotionally, Li Shay embraced Augur suddenly, while accepting unusual punishment enthusiastically, despite embarrassment completely. Li Shay accidentally pressed her breast against Augur closely, astonishing him through unexpected physical intimacy. Augur celebrated personal progress proudly, believing Li Shay officially joined his imaginary romantic harem successfully. Augur, Alice and Li Shay celebrated victory proudly while mysterious upperclassmen observed their relationship through academy windows. Elegant student predicting exciting disturbances would transform academy life dramatically throughout upcoming semesters. Expelled troublemakers departed shamefully, while Augur ignored consequences, believing punishment suited their disgraceful behavior. Augur trained intensely performing handstands carrying heavy weights, while Alice observed his dedication. Alice admired Augur's impressive strength enthusiastically, reconsidering assumptions regarding weak aristocratic students completely everywhere. Augur connected magical weakness with reincarnation, deciding physical training required greater personal commitment immediately. Li Shay greeted Augur cheerfully during morning conversations, gradually abandoning formal servant behavior completely naturally. Augur encouraged casual conversations happily, believing childhood friendships finally became possible through the cooperation. He finished training exercises shirtless, informing curious Li Shay about important meetings requiring immediate attendance. Alice and Li Shay watched Augur depart toward towering faculty headquarters, maintaining admiration silently together. Augur nervously approached mysterious office chambers, calming himself carefully before entering unfamiliar surroundings completely. A refined noblewoman welcomed Verret politely inside elaborate chambers, preparing discussions during morning meetings. Augur respectfully greeted retired Principal Floan Milfanti, recognizing legendary achievements behind her celebrated heroic reputation. He, noticing her extraordinary magical presence, remained completely unchanged, despite retirement years. Floan thanked confused Augur sincerely, easing tension while encouraging confidence during their private conversation respectfully. She revealed important concerns involving Li Shay, immediately capturing Augur's complete attention toward unfolding circumstances afterward. Floan explained Li Shay possessed rare dual magical attributes, making her exceptionally valuable throughout society. Floan praised Augur sincerely, believing his actions protected Li Shay from dangerous circumstances threatening her safety. Augur proudly misunderstood compliments completely, privately valuing Li Shay exclusively because her breasts impressed him. Floan expressed gratitude warmly, relieved Li Shay's exceptional magical talents remained unharmed following previous dangerous incidents. Augur questioned developing circumstances internally, noticing relationships unexpectedly progressing, despite selfish personal motivations increasingly. Panicked emotionally, Augur frustrated everyone respected him while his villainous ambitions continuously failed miserably. Floan reflected seriously upon Augur's interference, believing his unexpected actions disrupted important hidden intentions. Unknown enemies resented Augur, furious, because Li Shay escaped dangerous experimental plans involving manipulation. Floan investigated his growing influence, learning companions surrounding him possessed terrifying extraordinary talents. She questioned Augur's mysterious objectives internally, doubting impossible magical abilities described during alarming reports recently. Prepared decisive actions. Floan refusing obstacles, threatening ambitions pursued relentlessly throughout countless previous years. Reina Milfanti entered classrooms confidently, volunteering personally to observe Augur's suspicious activities. Augur discussed Li Shay thoughtfully, while Floan considered dangerous implications surrounding rare dual magical abilities everywhere. Li Shay noticed Augur's unusual silence nervously, questioning thoughts hidden behind his calm classroom expression. Augur suddenly abandoned lessons excitedly, dragging shocked Li Shay away while classmates watched confusion spread everywhere. Augur ordered Alice waiting behind, planning experiments involving Li Shay beyond ordinary academy supervision. Ancient academy towers stood silently, surrounding restricted facilities dedicated toward dangerous magical training exercises. Augur guided curious Li Shay toward Practice Tower, requesting demonstrations involving her unusual dual magical abilities. Excited Li Shay accepted enthusiastically, hoping impressive performances would convince Augur regarding her magical strength. Li Shay struggled opening Practice Tower entrances repeatedly, while Augur observed quietly beside collapsing stairways. An approaching woman interrupted suddenly, shocking Li Shay, while Augur recognized unexpected trouble approaching. Reina Milfanti introduced herself as Student Council President, surprising Augur and Li Shay. Augur recognized Reina instantly, remembering stories describing Floan's talented disciple throughout prestigious magical communities everywhere. He studied Reina, becoming distracted after noticing differences between photographs and reality. Accidentally, Reina teased embarrassed Augur playfully, enjoying reactions caused from his obvious staring behavior immensely. She pressed Augur's cheeks mischievously, while confused Li Shay observed their strange interaction silently behind. Reina touched Augur's face gently, encouraging friendlier expressions while Li Shay watched awkwardly. Augur fabricated excuses confidently, claiming independent magical practice, motivated abandoning regular academy lectures completely. Reina offered specialized practical lessons suddenly, shocking both Augur and Li Shay beside restricted entrances immediately. Augur became excited internally, believing Reina's expertise could support dangerous magical research involving deletion powers. Reina revealed conditions smiling calmly, demanding Augur join prestigious student council organization. Alice questioned student council recruitment nervously, while Augur considered Reina's suspicious proposal silently beside Li Shay. Augur analyzed circumstances, suspecting Reina contacted him intentionally through Floan's hidden political influence previously. Augur misunderstood Reina completely, believing friendly behavior concealed manipulative schemes, controlling his future ambitions. He rejected Reina confidently, refusing subordinate positions while protecting independence from outside authority figures completely. Reina reacted calmly toward rejection, appearing increasingly interested regarding Augur's defiant personality and behavior. Reina confronted Augur quietly, studying his reactions while a voice called Augur repeatedly. Alice rushed toward Augur angrily, realizing suddenly he abandoned her during mysterious investigations. Augur apologized awkwardly beside confused Reina, while Alice unintentionally distracted everyone surrounding, observing classmates. Reina departed calmly, promising unwavering support whenever Augur reconsidered previous decisions regarding cooperation arrangements. She questioned failed seduction attempts privately, doubting personal charms influenced Augur's strange behavior significantly. Reina compared herself bitterly against women surrounding Augur, questioning personal attractiveness secretly while observing. Accepted temporary defeat, Reina promising herself future opportunities capturing Augur's complete attention eventually. Alice questioned Augur curiously regarding interrupted experiments, while he considered Reina's suspiciously cooperative behavior. Augur explained intentions involving Li Shea's abilities, while Alice enthusiastically suggested practical experimental alternatives immediately. Alice proposed visiting dangerous orphanage territories, believing circumstances perfectly suited testing Li Shea's magical capabilities thoroughly. Augur approved orphanage assistance enthusiastically, imagining loyal future workers benefiting personal ambitions. Alice and Li Shea accepted Augur's proposal happily, preparing themselves eagerly for dangerous upcoming investigations together. The group departed countryside routes noisily, while exhausted Li Shea struggled enduring uncomfortable transportation conditions. Augur questioned destination details seriously, while Alice guided Li Shea carefully through unfamiliar accommodations. Alice explained peaceful event bordered dangerous territories, immediately reminding Augur about previous arena incidents there. Augur investigated troubled Walshua, suspecting arena conflicts damaged neighboring events' peaceful environment. Augur noticed suspicious silence suddenly before terrified screams erupted across crowded city streets unexpectedly nearby. Bandits threatened frightened Nun mercilessly, until Augur immediately rushed forward beside alarmed companions, protecting civilians. The Nun watched nervously, while Augur launched aggressive attacks directly toward approaching criminals without hesitation. Augur defeated surrounding bandits violently, shocking nearby criminals through overwhelming physical combat abilities. Augur defeated criminals, planning interrogations calmly, while remaining completely confident during dangerous confrontations. Alice interrupted suddenly, loudly revealing Augur's noble identity before confused criminals surrounding terrified civilians. Excited civilians praised Augur dramatically, misunderstanding violent actions as righteous heroism protecting innocent people faithfully. Embarrassed Augur endured excessive admiration silently, while crowds repeatedly shouted his respected noble title enthusiastically. The rescued nun and criminals reacted nervously, believing Augur's appearance signaled terrifying consequences approaching. The rescued nun admired Augur emotionally, becoming overwhelmed witnessing his fearless actions against dangerous criminals. Augur recognized Alice's acquaintance briefly before returning attention toward attacking criminals surrounding frightened civilians. Augur apologized mockingly, effortlessly disarming opponents through overwhelming speed and precise movements. He lectured defeated criminals coldly, demanding personal reflection regarding selfish actions harming innocent citizens repeatedly. Remaining bandits attacked desperately together, yet Augur continued dominating battles without receiving injuries whatsoever. Augur defeated remaining criminals acrobatically, while Alice observed battles unfolding beside frightened civilians. Alice restrained captured bandits efficiently, following Augur's commands confidently during chaotic confrontations, without hesitation completely. The rescued nun thanked Augur and Alice sincerely after dangerous criminals finally became completely subdued. The nun revealed her name, Mio, welcomed everyone warmly inside church shelters, apologizing humbly. Mio praised Augur's kindness enthusiastically, causing embarrassment while Alice exaggerated his compassionate noble reputation further. Orphanage children greeted Alice excitedly, surrounding visitors energetically while shy. Chris observed everyone cautiously. Inspected children, Augur planning authority demonstrations, while counting potential future workers enthusiastically inside orphanage. Augur introduced himself arrogantly, expecting frightened obedience after announcing prestigious noble family connections proudly everywhere. The children mocked Augur's appearance immediately, completely misunderstanding his intimidating introduction and noble reputation. Augur realized nervous nobles frightened children naturally, causing confusion regarding proper intimidation methods. Augur controlled frustration, sending children outside while preparing serious interrogations inside orphanage rooms. Captured criminals remained restrained silently, while Augur demanded explanations regarding repeated orphanage attacks directly. Alice threatened captured bandits aggressively until terrified criminals revealed Aliban ordered dangerous operations. The criminals begged desperately for freedom, while Alice suppressed anger beside confused observing companions silently nearby. Alice demanded Aliban's location coldly, shocking Augur while frightened criminals surrendered information immediately. Mio thanked everyone gratefully, while preparing rewards for Augur's successful orphanage protection efforts. She offered limited savings apologetically, but Augur refused compensation without hesitation, despite desperate pleading. Augur rejected additional money firmly, ignoring Mio's emotional attempts gathering larger financial rewards completely. Mio regretted insulting Augur unintentionally, believing tiny offerings disrespected prestigious Verret family status. Children interrupted awkward tensions playfully, pretending heroic battles while Mio apologized toward embarrassed Augur. Excited children tackled Augur playfully, surrounding him energetically while Mio watched emotional reactions silently. Augur encouraged children's affection proudly, believing successfully earned admiration through impressive noble charisma alone. He questioned orphanage finances seriously. Realizing Mio's reward money barely supported children's meals adequately, Augur advised Mio compassionately, suggesting cooking dinner benefited children more than unnecessary financial compensation. Alice comforted emotional Mio gently, noticing children finally enjoying peaceful happiness inside orphanage. Again, Alice revealed important information regarding Alaban, while Augur listened carefully outside quiet church buildings. She explained Alaban survived Walshua's arena destruction, immediately shocking Augur through unexpected revelations completely. Alice suspected Alaban targeted Invent intentionally, planning dangerous underground arenas hidden from royal authorities. Alice blamed herself anxiously, worrying innocent civilians suffered because previous arena incidents remained unresolved. Augur rejected cruel realities internally, realizing his desired villainy differed completely from genuine suffering tremendously. Augur declared ambitious plans confidently, preparing immediate retaliation against Alaban alongside enthusiastic loyal Alice tomorrow. Rested quietly overnight, Augur hoping exhausted Lishe recovered sufficiently before dangerous confrontations began tomorrow morning. Later, Mio approached Augur's bedroom nervously, interrupting peaceful silence, while requesting private conversations immediately. Mio sat on Augur's body, unexpectedly, requesting affection beneath moonlight shining through church windows. Augur awakened completely shocked, struggling understanding Mio's sudden romantic advances toward him emotionally afterward. Augur awakened embarrassed, questioning her intentions while confusion spread across silent chambers. Mio nervously requested romantic guidance from Augur, admitting ignorance regarding genuine affection and relationships. She tearfully revealed painful abandonment experiences, fearing inadequate compassion would eventually harm orphaned children. Desperate Mio approached closer emotionally, begging Augur compassionately, teaching concerning meaningful love without judgment. Augur stopped Mio gently, explaining insecurity, motivated her reckless actions threatening personal purity completely. Augur tried to understand Mio's reason, but he also revealed his own reason that he preferred big breast. Reassured blushing Mio patiently, Augur encouraging confidence, while postponing answers regarding complicated romantic feelings. Augur believed Mio's sadness would disappear naturally once lingering emotional confusion finally resolved itself. Augur departed academy grounds alongside Alice and Li Shay, preparing investigations concerning dangerous mysterious incidents. Li Shay apologized nervously beside Augur, appreciating his concern while recovering emotionally from previous misunderstandings. Augur gathered Alice and Li Shay together, preparing strategies before confronting dangerous criminal enemies successfully. He explained elimination objectives secretly, reconsidering Li Shay's usefulness after discovering powerful dual magical attributes. Li Shay accepted Augur's difficult assignment enthusiastically, promising determined efforts despite dangerous combat circumstances ahead. Augur observed cheerful Li Shay curiously, realizing her unusual magical talents could greatly influence future battles. The group finally reached suspicious lakeside residence silently, preparing investigations beneath dark mountainous scenery. Augur instructed Alice confidently before infiltrating dangerous hideout, while Li Shay observed anxiously behind him. Alice confronted suspicious criminals directly, mentioning Alaban, while pretending connections with influential dangerous acquaintances. Drunken criminals mocked Alice carelessly, until she defeated multiple attackers swiftly using overwhelming combat abilities. Alaban finally appeared inside crowded tavern confidently, introducing himself proudly before observing unexpected disturbances occurring. Alice rejected Alaban's strange proposal immediately, maintaining composure despite his suspicious curiosity toward her. Alice introduced herself proudly beside Li Shay, declaring aggressive intentions while Augur watched silently behind them. Numerous criminals surrounded Augur's group, underestimating youthful appearances, before sudden magical retaliation occurred. Li Shay concentrated intensely, preparing magical attacks carefully, while observing approaching enemies surrounding their vulnerable positions. She unleashed powerful frost magic, freezing attackers instantly while overwhelming terrified criminals surrounding everyone. Li Shay maintained confident composure proudly, trapping helpless enemies completely beneath unstoppable freezing magical winds. Augur observed Li Shei's impressive ice manipulation carefully, recognizing overwhelming magical strength, exceeding ordinary fighters. Li Shei requested Augur's opinion excitedly, while he acknowledged her abilities surpassing dangerous previous opponents. Alaban attacked suddenly toward Li Shei, forcing Augur, protecting her immediately from unexpected dangerous assault, aggressively. Praised Augur mockingly afterward, Alaban revealing extraordinary movement speed while observing their cautious reactions carefully. Li Shei prepared strategic counterattacks confidently, planning immobilization methods against Alaban's overwhelming speed abilities. Augur coordinated synchronized attacks beside Li Shei confidently, targeting Alaban through carefully planned magical cooperation. Li Shei pursued Alaban aggressively, attempting direct attacks while he evaded swiftly across battlefield surroundings. Alaban approached Li Shei unexpectedly from behind, exploiting speed advantages against her distracted vulnerable position carelessly. Li Shei counterattacked immediately using frost winds, accurately tracking Alaban's movements through surrounding magical airflow. Alaban escaped freezing restraints, barely realizing Li Shei's temporary reflexive magic created dangerous combat difficulties. Li Shei requested Augur's approval, feeling relieved after successfully supporting coordinated combat operations together. Augur attacked Alaban directly, landing powerful strikes while exploiting openings created through teamwork, strategically. Alaban crashed violently across battlefield ground, recovering from Augur's overwhelming physical assault immediately. Augur and Li Shei maintained battle stances confidently, preparing continuation. Despite believing victory approached gradually, defeated Alaban panicked desperately, realizing inexperienced students completely destroyed his undefeated arena champion reputation. Defeated Alaban noticed suspicious bottles suddenly, recalling dangerous substances hidden throughout criminal headquarters. Alaban consumed mysterious liquid desperately while Augur and Li Shei observed strange transformations beginning immediately. Alice questioned Alaban cautiously, noticing unnatural physical reactions spreading rapidly throughout his damaged body. Alaban laughed manically, while monstrous power erupted violently, destroying surroundings through overwhelming corrupted strength completely. Augur stared speechlessly toward transformed Alaban, realizing dangerous battle circumstances suddenly escalated beyond expectations. Alice and Li Shei reacted shockingly. Witnessing sudden developments during Augur's dangerous confrontation against Alaban, Alice panicked immediately after noticing injuries appearing across Augur's face during intense combat against Alaban. Alaban became confused, noticing Augur remaining strangely calm, despite receiving painful, unexpected facial injuries. Alice attempted attacking Alaban furiously, while Augur restrained everyone carefully, preventing reckless emotional retaliation. Augur regained composure quickly, preparing serious counterattacks while approaching confused Alaban across damaged tavern floors. Augur launched devastating attacks, smashing Alaban violently across tavern walls during fierce combat. He stopped attacking calmly, questioning defeated Alaban while maintaining confident composure throughout destruction surrounding them. Alice and Li Shei admired Augur, becoming completely impressed by his overwhelming combat abilities displayed. Alaban celebrated enthusiastically despite defeat, proudly declaring victory before collapsed spectators inside crowded fighting arena, reflected bitterly concerning endless victories. Alaban questioning personal boredom despite lifelong undefeated fighting experiences. Defeated Alaban realized satisfaction, understanding lifelong desires for opponents surpassing his overwhelming strength. Augur observed exhausted Alaban silently, while Alice and Li Shei watched curiously beside him. Alaban bowed respectfully before Augur, requesting subordinate status after witnessing overwhelming combat abilities personally firsthand. Augur hesitated awkwardly internally, while Alice criticized Alaban's dangerous criminal background and suspicious arena ambitions. Accepted Alaban, Augur demanding strict supervision regarding future arena construction and organizational activities. Augur instructed surprised Alice, preparing explanations regarding unexpected decisions involving defeated Alaban afterward. Augur explained corrupt management caused criminal activities, proposing cleaner arena operations benefiting everyone fairly instead. Alice admired Augur, misunderstanding his selfish ambitions completely while believing compassionate intentions motivated everything. Alaban recognized Augur's admirable character, respecting kindness beyond overwhelming combat strength and leadership qualities. He pledged lifelong loyalty dramatically toward Augur while Alice continued following faithfully behind him. Mio reacted excitedly inside church grounds, hearing unexpected news regarding future support for orphaned children. Alice reassured grateful Mio confidently, while Augur observed quietly beside exhausted defeated criminals resting. Mio felt relieved emotionally, believing continued protection for children remained possible through Augur's assistance. Augur approached Mio, accidentally causing frightened children misunderstanding that he made Mio cried. Children angrily defended Mio, accusing Augur greedily targeting their limited savings and financial resources. Mio apologized tearfully toward Augur, blaming personal ignorance regarding love for recent misunderstandings occurring. Children gathered treasured belongings nervously, offering possessions desperately while Augur observed confused expressions. One determined child stared seriously toward Augur, protecting Mio, despite overwhelming fear. Children explained treasures, represented affection toward Mio, believing nobles valued expensive possessions. Determined children confronted Augur bravely, warning consequences if Mio's happiness became threatened through noble interference. Mio comforted worried children, assuring happiness already existed through their sincere companionship and affection. Children celebrated Mio's unusual words excitedly while she privately realized important emotional truths regarding Augur. Mio finally understood complicated feelings, recognizing emotional tears and laughter represented genuine love. Augur watched peacefully from distance, feeling satisfied, seeing Mio happily surrounded by grateful orphaned children. He prepared returning academy journey quietly, while Alice carried sleeping children beside Mio, affectionately. Augur announced relocating Mio and orphaned children toward Verret territory, while Alice carried exhausted Li Shay. Mio reacted shockingly before Augur reminded everyone he never abandoned important responsibilities completely either. Augur secretly celebrated achieving multiple ambitions simultaneously, including testing Li Shay and securing loyal future labor forces. He established education and housing support, forcing former villains toward organized arena employment throughout Verret territories. Citizens praised Augur respectfully, while Alaban exaggerated heroic propaganda supporting Verret's justice and growing. Augur believed villainous ambitions progressed, ignoring Alice's affectionate admiration beside him completely every day now. Karen Levitsenko walked academy corridors gracefully, attracting admiration while students greeted her enthusiastically. Female students admired Karen openly, praising her elegance while Augur accompanied her calmly beside everyone. Karen panicked suddenly after recognizing Augur, remembering their broken engagement and complicated previous relationship. Augur sensed unusual attention briefly, though Alice dismissed suspicions regarding hostile intentions surrounding Karen immediately. Several peaceful academy weeks passed quietly while Augur and Alice continued ordinary student lifestyles together. Li Shay greeted classmates cheerfully while wearing modified training clothes, emphasizing her unusually attractive appearance. Augur reacted with complete shock immediately, staring speechlessly toward Li Shay's revealing athletic training uniform. Li Shay explained, training preparations happily while Augur realized upcoming magical exercises required serious participation from everyone. Augur warned Li Shay carefully against hiding talents, understanding financial struggles motivating her cautious behavior. Augur comforted worried Li Shay sincerely, promising lifelong protection while strengthening her emotional trust toward him. Li Shay became completely flustered immediately after hearing Augur's comforting promise regarding lifelong protection. She complained shyly toward Augur, accusing his affectionate behavior causing embarrassing emotional reactions repeatedly. Karen discovered Augur surrounded by admiring girls, becoming shocked observing unexpected romantic developments occurring. Later, Karen approached Augur, confidently beside Li Shay, greeting everyone politely while attracting surrounding students' attention. She teased Augur calmly regarding family reactions, secretly surprising Li Shay through unexpectedly familiar interactions. Karen struggled maintaining noble composure while introducing herself toward confused, embarrassed Li Shay carefully. He apologized regarding previous family mistreatment, surprising Li Shay through unexpectedly gentle, considerate behavior. She informed Augur concerning student council invitations while he understood her hidden protective intentions immediately. Karen explained personal ambitions, revealing genuine desires helping academy students through council activities regularly. She invited Augur enthusiastically toward student council membership, expressing happiness about possible future cooperation together. Augur rejected Karen's invitation, reminding her about existing royal engagement responsibilities and expectations. Karen apologized awkwardly, admitting familiar habits persisted, despite trying maintaining proper noble behavior. Augur bid farewell casually toward Karen, unintentionally causing strong emotional reactions through friendly personal acknowledgement. Karen panicked internally, struggling controlling overwhelming embarrassment caused by Augur's unexpected familiar attitude. Li Shay noticed Karen's flustered condition suspiciously, while Augur walked away calmly without understanding anything. Karen greeted Augur enthusiastically beside academy grounds, continuing increasingly friendly interactions. Repeatedly approached Augur, Karen inviting conversations awkwardly before abandoning embarrassing romantic suggestions midway. Augur entered crowded cafeteria confused, noticing unusual atmosphere surrounding ordinary lunchtime student gatherings unexpectedly everywhere. Beside Alice and Lishay, Augur wondered privately about Karen's sudden affectionate behavioral changes recently. Lishay and Alice departed excitedly toward cafeteria kitchens, believing Karen and Augur developed closer relationships naturally. Augur noticed Crown Prince Arnia dining closely beside female students within crowded academy cafeteria. Lishay discussed Karen's engagement curiously, while Augur quietly considered unusual circumstances surrounding their relationship. Lishay learned Karen inherited complicated noble responsibilities, because Levitsenka families traditionally required male successors. Karen's parents raised her publicly as male reluctantly before royal engagement arrangements changed everything. Lishay realized Karen concealed feminine identity painfully, sympathizing deeply with lifelong emotional pressures endured. Lishay discussed Karen's engagement, noticing Crown Prince Arnia behaved closely around numerous female companions. Augur and Lishay reacted simultaneously after hearing surprising comments regarding complicated romantic relationships. Lishay offered Augur candy affectionately, while jealous male students complained bitterly regarding his growing popularity. Augur copied Lishay's behavior, unintentionally embarrassing her through unexpectedly direct affectionate interactions during conversations. Lishay reflected quietly concerning Augur's popularity, realizing many girls admired his attractive, dependable personality. Lishay questioned romantic interests curiously, wondering why relationships attracted significant attention. She confronted Augur suspiciously, questioning whether he possessed inappropriate feelings toward female companions secretly. Alice introduced strange hamburgers enthusiastically, while Lishay reacted excitedly, made Augur confused toward Lishay's behavior. Augur misunderstood Lishay's emotions, believing jealousy appeared adorable, instead threatening dangerous consequences. He finally believed Karen approached him because she misunderstood his relationships with female companions. Augur misunderstood Karen's intentions, believing she manipulated him, attempting provoking Crown Prince Arnia's jealousy through romance. Smirked confidently privately, Augur considering retaliation plans against Karen, while misunderstandings surrounding relationships entirely within academy politics. Augur departed, preparing countermeasures immediately while Alice and Lishay questioned his reckless assumptions. 10 years ago, guests attended noble celebrations inside massive church. Karen sniffled beside pathways, hiding tears beneath moonlight, while distant music echoed throughout estates. Augur discovered Karen crying alone, then approached carefully before speaking gently beside flowering bushes. Karen admitted repeated punishments from her father, causing Augur serious concern regarding family circumstances. Augur comforted Karen kindly, presenting decorative candy, before encouraging smiles during emotionally painful celebrations. Gifted Karen decorative hair clip, Augur promising comfort whenever sadness overwhelmed her heart again. Completely, Karen admired Augur's kindness deeply, while shattered flowers revealed shocking accusations surrounding his reputation. Relatives canceled Karen's engagement immediately after discovering Augur's missing magical abilities through spreading rumors. Karen reunited nervously beside Augur, hiding embarrassment while noticing unfamiliar armored guards accompanying him. She trembled anxiously beside towering night, while Augur waved happily without noticing discomfort completely. Karen regretted abandoning Augur previously, remembering helpless obedience toward her controlling father constantly inside. She believed damaged trust remained irreversible, while guilt regarding Augur continuously burdened her deeply. Augur suddenly visited Karen personally, speaking confidently, while displaying overwhelming affection without hesitation. Karen stared speechlessly toward Augur, completely shocked by his unexpected appearance beside mansion corridors. Augur praised Karen warmly and requested another meeting, leaving her confused by sudden kindness. Augur approached Karen, causing overwhelming embarrassment while she questioned reality nervously. Karen became speechless after Augur praised her distracted expression, lovingly beside narrow mansion hallways. Karen realized Augur's affectionate behavior remained genuine, leaving her heart racing uncontrollably during separation. Lishay questioned Augur's intentions carefully, while Augur explained strategic plans involving jealous royal attention carefully. Augur decided pursuing Karen aggressively would protect her from manipulative nobles, exploiting romantic feelings permanently. Augur declared determined pursuit toward Karen, while Alice and Lishay observed his confidence. Augur continuously complimented Karen, causing overwhelming embarrassment during repeated personal encounters. Female students discussed Augur's romantic pursuit publicly, spreading rumors regarding Karen's growing relationship everywhere. Karen misunderstood Augur's compliments romantically, believing mutual affection existed between both noble students completely. She imagined marriage and children excitedly before collapsing dramatically from overwhelming romantic delusions inside. Karen accompanied attendants reluctantly, preparing scheduled dinner meeting alongside Crown Prince Arnia nervously inside. Prince Arnia waited impatiently within luxurious dining hall, criticizing Karen immediately upon arrival before conversations. Karen apologized respectfully toward Arnia, while Prince responded casually despite obvious hidden intentions underneath politeness. Prince Arnia demanded additional money from Karen, again, claiming temporary financial difficulties required assistance. Karen protested previous payments angrily, while Arnia justified expenses through ridiculous excuses involving commoners' lifestyles. Karen hesitated nervously while Prince Arnia questioned her inability requesting financial support from relatives. She recalled abusive treatment previously suffered whenever family members discovered Prince Arnia's constant extortion, refused reluctantly, Karen trembling fearfully, while remembering painful consequences caused through disobeying Arnia. Prince Arnia smirked, promising independent preparations regarding requested payments before leaving calmly. Remained seated silently, Karen remembering unfinished matters while Prince Arnia anticipated future meetings eagerly. Karen explained uncomfortable feelings, revealing hidden reasons behind constant irritation toward another student. Prince Arnia criticized Karen's red hair cruelly before leaving room with mocking expressions behind. Karen remembered Arnia demanding complete cross-dressing commitment, including shortened hair and feminine appearance permanently. She reflected silently while staring toward scissors, questioning lingering attachment regarding long hairstyle choices. Karen secretly desired ordinary feminine clothing, abandoning restrictive disguises maintained throughout noble academy life. Karen grabbed cherished hair clip, remembering Augur's sincere compliments regarding beautiful appearance, previously spoken lovingly. Augur encouraged Karen confidently, promising emotional support through meaningful hairclip gift and gentle reassurance. Karen broke emotionally while protecting treasured hairstyle, realizing Augur's kindness changed personal feelings completely. Augur, Lishay, and Alice confronted a figure, questioning strange familiarity developing between Augur and the figure. It was Reina Milfanti, the student council president, surprising Augur alongside both confused Alice and Lishay. Reina questioned Augur's assumptions calmly. She redirected conversations toward missing Karen during lunch. Augur learned Karen skipped important meetings unexpectedly, increasing suspicions surrounding her unexplained disappearance throughout academy grounds. Reina requested Augur's assistance searching campus carefully, believing dangerous circumstances possibly threatened Karen's current safety. Alice casually called Augur affectionately, confusing him while students crossed academy courtyard silently together. Lishay suggested ridiculous nicknames playfully, while Augur rejected everything, discussing student council matters seriously. Reina questioned Augur about Prince Arnia's behavior toward Karen, causing uncomfortable silence between classmates. Augur misunderstood Reina's concerns completely, assuming ordinary relationship troubles while continuing walking calmly forward. Reina praised Augur's loyalty passionately, leaving him shocked while misunderstanding rumors surrounding his reputation. Reina revealed Prince Arnia extorted Karen repeatedly, making Augur finally understand Lishay's alarming concerns. Lishay described Karen's suffering emotionally while exposing Prince Arnia's cruel behavior toward vulnerable classmates. Augur remained speechless silently, realizing serious misunderstandings surrounded relationships. Reina encouraged cooperation against Prince Arnia, while Augur discovered Karen concealed important information. Augur remembered Karen's affectionate behavior nervously, reconsidering mysterious interactions shared during previous encounters. Augur panicked internally, realizing Karen misunderstood his behavior. Karen blushed, believing Augur's kindness carried romantic meaning, despite their complicated misunderstanding completely. Augur decided meeting Karen immediately prevented further confusion, leaving student council matters temporarily behind. He crossed Silent Academy hallways quickly, heading directly toward Karen's private dormitory room alone. He discovered exhausted Karen sleeping inside cramped storage space, worsening his guilty feelings considerably. Later Augur discovered Karen hiding anxiously inside storage closet, immediately confronting her suspicious behavior. Karen panicked, questioning Augur's unexpected arrival, while desperately concealing emotional vulnerability beneath embarrassment. Augur recognized Karen's strange habit calmly, remembering similar moments shared throughout childhood together. Karen responded awkwardly toward Augur, struggling emotionally while sitting silently inside cramped closet space. She admitted personal weakness sadly, believing noble expectations prevented meaningful personal growth completely forever. Augur grabbed Karen's hand, gently interrupting self-deprecating thoughts, while encouraging her emotional recovery. Karen resisted tearfully, ashamed appearing vulnerable before Augur despite hiding loneliness throughout academy life. comforted Karen honestly, Augur explaining familiarity with her tears from countless childhood experiences together previously. Augur promised lifelong friendship sincerely, allowing Karen abandoning noble pretenses whenever confronting him emotionally afterward. Celebrated internally, Augur believing childhood friendship status prevented Karen developing romantic feelings toward him permanently. Karen embraced Augur tightly happily, accepting his comforting promise while expressing overwhelming emotional relief immediately. Augur misunderstood Karen's affection completely, believing her grateful embrace represented ordinary friendly appreciation merely. Karen interpreted Augur's promise romantically instead, deciding permanently remaining beside him without hesitation. Karen regained cheerful composure beside Augur, while both prepared leaving storage room together peacefully. Sudden loud noise echoed outside Academy building, interrupting their peaceful conversation unexpectedly during nighttime entirely. Augur protected Karen carefully during sudden jump, accidentally carrying her closely across Academy corridors hurriedly. Karen became extremely embarrassed beside Augur, struggling controlling emotions while remaining pressed against him. Augur transported Karen discreetly toward student council room, misunderstanding her flustered romantic excitement. Student council president Reina waited patiently inside meeting room, noticing Karen's delayed unexpected arrival. Karen apologized desperately before Reina, while Augur observed awkwardly beside embarrassed student council members. Reina accepted Karen's apology, stopping unnecessary punishment, before discussing urgent academy matters seriously. She revealed concerns regarding Prince Arnia, causing Karen and Augur observing each other anxiously. Augur suggested peaceful reconciliation awkwardly, while Karen remained uncertain handling Prince Arnia's troubling behavior completely alone. Reina proposed academy dueling system confidently, inspiring Augur and Karen considering dangerous confrontation against Arnia. Karen reacted nervously, while duel rules explained public battles, allowing winners receive recognition before gathered academy students officially during conflicts. Augur calmly realized challenging Prince Arnia openly offered perfect opportunities, while Karen panicked over dangerous consequences surrounding royal combat matches. He immediately accepted Reina's proposal confidently, shocking Karen completely while Reina observed silently beside towering classroom windows carefully without hesitation. Reina revealed additional duel conditions seriously, forcing losers obey winners completely, while Karen questioned Augur's reckless determination nervously inside school. Augur declared his challenge against Prince Arnia firmly, ignoring possible risks while maintaining calm expression before astonished classmates entirely silently. Karen blushed intensely after realizing Augur accepted dangerous responsibilities personally, refusing allowing her burden affect important academy matters anymore. Augur celebrated opportunities defeating Prince Arnia violently, while Reina calmly organized duel preparations before dismissing exhausted students from headquarters entirely. Karen lost composure completely inside Augur's arms, causing Reina irritation while watching their embarrassing interaction unfold across crowded academy corridors silently. Reina laughed quietly beside moonlit windows, satisfied because Augur followed her expectations perfectly while preparing future entertainment involving dangerous magical battles. She anticipated Augur's upcoming duel eagerly, wanting proof whether rumored magic-canceling abilities truly threatened Prince Arnia's overwhelming magical strength. Reina remembered Augur's determined expression, becoming fascinated because his honest eyes carried strong conviction during dangerous duel acceptance moments. She laughed alone beside tall windows, overwhelmed emotionally while imagining Augur confronting powerful enemies without fear before countless academy students. Large posters announcing Augur's duel against Prince Arnia spread rapidly, attracting excited students throughout crowded academy grounds immediately everywhere. Augur stared silently toward massive posters. Shocked Reina secured Prince Arnia's approval quickly, while attention surrounding him increased dramatically overnight. Lishay became surrounded aggressively by newspaper club members requesting photographs, while confused students admired her unexpected connection toward Augur. Alice angrily restrained Lishay, stopping excessive behavior while Augur watched their chaotic interaction calmly across busy academy pathways silently. Lishay praised Augur excitedly after learning Rana secretly explained Karen's situation, causing admiration toward his actions increase greatly among students. Alice apologized sincerely toward Augur, realizing his actions protected Karen carefully, while Augur misunderstood growing popularity surrounding himself completely. Alice and Lishay promised supporting Augur during his dangerous duel, encouraging him enthusiastically before important academy events officially began soon. Augur thanked both girls politely before requesting private discussion, preparing reveal strategic plans regarding his upcoming duel against Prince Arnia. Alice understood Augur's intentions clearly, realizing he wanted Prince Arnia improve himself, while treating Lady Levitsenka respectfully from now onward. Augur proudly revealed ridiculous operation plans, leaving Alice and Lishay speechless, while misunderstanding his strange confidence completely inside headquarters. Prince Arnia suddenly visited their isolated building personally, shocking Alice and Lishay, while interrupting Augur's bizarre strategic planning meeting unexpectedly there. Augur politely thanked Prince Arnia for accepting dual arrangements, while Alice questioned suspicious circumstances surrounding unexpected royal appearance carefully inside. Prince Arnia aggressively approached Augur immediately, creating tense atmosphere while Alice observed silently behind both determined Academy nobles, nervously standing Prince Arnia angrily insulted Augur publicly, questioning his intentions while challenging him aggressively. Prince Arnia revealed sensational newspapers dramatically, exposing fabricated romance stories involving Karen, while mocking Augur's public heroic reputation completely. Prince Arnia explained manipulating rumors, believing dramatic scandals increased entertainment value while Augur listened silently beside confused companions inside headquarters. Prince Arnia proudly admitted scheduling matches quickly for popularity, causing Augur misunderstand everything, while considering him surprisingly intelligent instead there. Augur doubted Prince Arnia could change completely, believing his arrogant personality would remain unchanged regardless duel results between both nobles. Eventually, Prince Arnia calmly dismissed Augur's concerns, claiming revealing his true personality would never create serious personal problems for himself. Alice and Lishay watched Prince Arnia silently, becoming confused while observing his relaxed attitude during tense confrontation. Augur understood Prince Arnia's intentions clearly, refusing surrender Alice and Lishay, despite recognizing hidden motives behind arrogant provocations immediately there. Prince Arnia noticed Augur protecting both girls carefully, finding his attachment toward companions unexpectedly amusing during their heated confrontation inside headquarters. He proudly admitted enjoying stealing women aggressively, shocking Augur completely, while Alice reacted violently against his disgraceful statement immediately there. Prince Arnia approached Alice arrogantly, provoking everyone deliberately, while extending his hand confidently during the escalating confrontation inside headquarters. Alice stared coldly toward Prince Arnia silently, questioning his reckless behavior, while dangerous tension spread heavily across the surrounding atmosphere. Prince Arnia suddenly grabbed Lishay, provoking tension immediately while Alice watched silently beside both hostile Academy nobles carefully there. Suddenly, Augur intercepted Prince Arnia's attack forcefully, protecting Alice and Lishay, while preventing dangerous conflict from escalating further inside headquarters. Augur warned Prince Arnia seriously against threatening Alice and Lishay, causing brief silence between both stubborn Academy nobles standing faceward together. Prince Arnia laughed confidently toward Augur's reaction, recognizing his protective behavior while testing his personality through deliberate provocation carefully. Prince Arnia retreated calmly before continuing duel preparations, while Augur, Alice, and Lishay realized dangerous confrontation nearly erupted violently there. Prince Arnia became frustrated watching Augur protect others strictly, believing his foolish behavior would eventually create greater dangerous misunderstandings. Lishay and Alice thanked Augur sincerely for protecting them, while praising Prince Arnia sarcastically, despite remaining frightened from confrontation moments earlier. Alice discussed Prince Arnia seriously, explaining his hidden magical talent and neglected education, while questioning royal expectations surrounding future succession. Augur carried Lishay comfortably across Academy grounds, inviting Alice accompany them while preparing mysterious plans involving upcoming duel preparations. Alice realized Augur guided them toward the practice tower, understanding he intended special training before dangerous confrontation against Prince Arnia. Officially, Lishay questioned entering the practice tower nervously because Academy rules normally prohibited first-year students accessing restricted training facilities. Augur confidently revealed a special tower key, surprising Alice and Lishay, while unlocking restricted training opportunities for dangerous duel preparation. Augur explained, Reyna secretly lent him the tower key, while Reyna suddenly appeared before everyone inside Quiet Academy Library. Reyna permitted Augur and Lishay skip classes temporarily, allowing extended practice sessions before the duel against Prince Arnia officially begins soon. She confidently reminded Augur about her Academy authority, preparing organized training carefully while maintaining complete control over important duel preparations. Augur gathered everyone inside enormous practice tower, preparing secret strategies carefully before dangerous duel against Prince Arnia officially starts soon. He explained, defeating magicians without using magic cancellation abilities, surprising Alice and Lishay inside massive Academy training chamber completely there. Alice immediately understood Augur's reasoning, realizing public duel conditions prevented revealing forbidden abilities before countless watching academy students publicly. Augur requested Li She's assistance seriously, asking her create artificial snow using ice magic for special combat training exercises inside tower. Li She unleashed powerful ice magic throughout enormous chamber, covering practice tower completely while Augur observed experimental training conditions carefully beside Alice. Augur praised Li She's beautiful ice magic, causing her embarrassment while snowflakes drifted quietly across enormous practice chamber. He apologized sincerely toward Li She and Alice, promising victory during dangerous duel, while accepting responsibility protecting both girls completely. Li She became flustered, watching shirtless Augur suddenly prepare training exercises seriously, while trusting his confidence regarding upcoming dangerous duel. Augur announced meditation training, confusing Alice and Li She, while explaining physical conditioning remained important alongside magical combat preparation methods. Augur admitted limited combat experience honestly, realizing previous reliance upon magic cancellation abilities created dangerous weaknesses against ordinary magicians. Augur explained, enduring snow magic continuously would strengthen his body, allowing combat awareness without depending upon magic cancellation abilities anymore. Alice supported Augur's harsh training methods calmly, while Li She worried excessive exposure towards snow magic might seriously damage his health. Li She questioned whether Augur's reckless training remained survivable, becoming increasingly concerned about dangerous preparation methods before upcoming duel officially begins. Regained confidence gradually, Li She deciding maintain snow magic constantly because she trusted Augur's determination and personal strength completely during training sessions. Augur thanked Li She sincerely for assisting training, while she promised recreating disappearing ice repeatedly throughout extended preparation exercises inside practice tower. Augur meditated quietly beneath falling snow magic, while Alice and Li She observed his unusual training methods with growing admiration. He explained invisible spirits existed everywhere, remaining undetectable normally, while forming foundations behind every magical phenomenon within human society. Augur described elemental spirits carefully, explaining matching magical attributes transformed spiritual energy into visible magical abilities used during combat frequently. He revealed his incompatible magic aptitude honestly, explaining inherited power lacked matching spirits, despite possessing enormous magical strength, naturally from birth. Augur explained magic cancellation abilities logically, revealing his poisonous magic disrupted spirits directly before opponents activated dangerous magical attacks. Augur continued analyzing magic, concluding magicians depended completely upon magical power, despite losing access toward cancellation abilities temporarily. Alice and Li She watched silently beside meditating Augur, observing his concentration while snow magic continued surrounding enormous practice chamber completely. Li She and Alice relaxed together inside snow-covered tower, passing time peacefully while supporting Augur's exhausting training preparations continuously throughout practice sessions. Before the duel approached, Augur instructed Li She stop recreating disappearing ice magic, while Alice remained resting quietly beside her comfortably there. Li She reacted with confusion immediately, noticing unexpected changes occurring around Augur during intense magical training. Augur sensed disappearing ice magic while meditating blindly, astonishing Li She, because fluctuating snow duration previously depended entirely. Finally, Augur understood magical perception, opening his eyes confidently, while realizing combat awareness no longer required cancellation abilities anymore during battles. Augur declared victory against future magicians confidently, demonstrating improved physical awareness, while Alice and Li She watched silently. Students entered the enormous arena while prepared silently, expecting fierce duels before influential nobles watching carefully everywhere from balconies. Spectators discussed possible winners until Gordon Verrett appeared proudly beside nobles, immediately drawing shocked attention throughout the crowded stadium hallways. Gordon greeted another aristocrat calmly, yet surrounding audiences reacted nervously because his reputation frightened many families attending the tournament regularly. Floan approached Gordon respectfully during discussions about Uga, while Gordon proudly praised his son's accomplishments inside the academy grounds confidently. Floan explained Uga's rapid achievements carefully, then requested Gordon's permission regarding important matters connected directly toward the duel's winner selection. Floan and Gordon remained seated, discussing tournament schedules while waiting patiently before the important duel officially started inside quietly. Augur entered the contestant waiting room, discovering Karen hiding beneath tables, nervously beside untouched meals, and scattered expensive desserts everywhere. Karen feared humiliating defeat against the Crown Prince, while Augur questioned her worries despite understanding outrageous consequences completely forfeit demands. Augur convinced Karen beside luxurious couches, causing her embarrassment, while both rested quietly before entering the crowded arena together soon. Karen questioned Augur's confidence because magic remained unusable, yet Augur revealed prepared countermeasures against opponents before competing seriously during duels. Karen trusted Augur completely, causing him confusion while considering possible rewards demanded from the Crown Prince after victory during duels. Augur decided granting Karen freedom from political engagement remained preferable, though Karen reacted with overwhelming surprise beside him. Augur misunderstood Karen's growing affection completely, believing she only desired reconciliation with the Crown Prince through peaceful engagement and marriage. He approached Karen closely before questioning her sincere feelings directly, leaving Karen speechless while staring nervously toward his expression silently. Augur calmly asked Karen about her deepest wish, creating intense tension while both students remained seated together inside nervously there. Karen hesitated silently while considering Augur's question carefully, struggling understanding personal desires hidden deeply inside her confused heart completely. She questioned whether revealing her true feelings remained acceptable, because those emotions stayed hidden secretly for many painful years, internally. Karen tearfully confessed wanting eternal companionship beside Augur, finally expressing feelings she continuously suppressed throughout childhood friendships and academy life. Augur misunderstood Karen's confession entirely, believing she still desired permanent happiness together beside the Crown Prince, despite obvious romantic affection displayed. Confidently, Augur promised Karen her wish would become reality following the duel, while walking determinedly toward the arena entrance alone silently. The massive arena became silent while officials prepared the battlefield carefully, signaling the official beginning for important academy dueling. Augur entered confidently beside Arnia Rondism, while announcers introduced both first-year students before excited audiences surrounding the enormous stadium. Female students loudly supported Arnia enthusiastically, while many others angrily criticized Augur because previous incidents created numerous personal grudges throughout academy circles. Arnia questioned Augur's unusual popularity jokingly, while Augur ignored unnecessary cheering and remained expressionless before beginning their official duel inside calmly. Tournament officials instructed Augur and Arnia carefully, ordering both participants immediately wear battle coats and protective gloves before combat officially started. Augur wore his battle coat carefully while standing calmly inside the arena, preparing himself seriously before confronting Arnia. Augur and Arnia exchanged silent glances, creating awkward tension while audiences observed both competitors carefully from surrounding spectator seats. Arnia requested switching coat colors jokingly because black clothing displeased him, though Augur immediately rejected the strange proposal without hesitation completely. Officials explained magical tools attached permanently onto battle coats, confirming duel results automatically, while both students finalized preparations together quietly. The referee officially announced duel commencement loudly, while Arnia confidently approached forward against Augur beneath overwhelming cheers from audiences. Arnia immediately activated Earth Spirit magic aggressively, crouching low while magical symbols spread rapidly beneath the enormous battlefield floor. Massive stone pillars erupted violently toward Augur, yet Augur avoided direct attacks calmly, while debris scattered throughout the arena wildly. Spectators admired Arnia enthusiastically because hidden earth magic abilities surprised audiences greatly, while Augur observed those techniques carefully without panicking. Arnia proudly explained concealing magical abilities intentionally from academy students, believing his overwhelming power already secured certain victory against Augur. Augur acknowledged Arnia's hidden strength calmly, then declared possessing countermeasures capable against every magical attribute used during battles. Arnia warned Augur confidently, preparing an enormous earth spell capable destroying opponents completely, while surrounding spectators watched nervously, continued chanting carefully, Arnia gathering shattered stones and sand fragments together, while magical energy intensified across the enormous battlefield rapidly. Augur noticed Arnia focusing entirely upon spellcasting without defense, causing disbelief, because opponents normally avoided exposing themselves carelessly during duels publicly. Arnia raised gigantic earth formations aggressively overhead, leaving his entire body vulnerable, while Augur remained standing calmly before the incoming attack. Gordon visited Augur's study proudly, while Augur continued working seriously, despite suggestions encouraging temporary rest from exhausting preparations. Augur explained lacking magical talent, forcing constant training efforts preventing disgrace toward the powerful Verret family name and reputation. Gordon listened silently, while Augur declared ambitions becoming an influential noble identical toward his respected father through determined continuous improvement. Augur remembered relentless training, magical research, and combat practice intensely, strengthening unwavering determination before confronting the Crown Prince publicly. Standing before Arnia confidently, Augur noticed dangerous openings immediately, believing overwhelming victory remained possible through overwhelming physical strength alone during combat. Arnia arrogantly mocked Augur, believing overwhelming magical pressure prevented movement completely while disappointing Augur's expectations regarding meaningful combat. Arnia continued boasting proudly about unfinished magical techniques, while Augur calculated countless opportunities already capable ending battles instantly. Augur considered defeating Arnia quickly through simple attacks, finding prolonged speeches completely uninteresting while observing careless movements across battlefield spaces silently. Arnia declared royal blood guaranteed superiority naturally, insulting Augur's abilities while accusing him completely abandoning proper training and discipline throughout years. He threatened killing Augur publicly before spectators deliberately, intending emotional suffering toward female supporters through terrifying displays of overwhelming magical authority. Augur dismissed Arnia coldly, calling him boring while remaining completely unaffected by arrogant threats and meaningless intimidation. Arnia mocked Karen disrespectfully, comparing her toward worthless possessions, while Augur rejected disgusting comments without changing his calm expression. Afterward completely, Arnia laughed loudly while demanding explanations regarding Karen's importance, continuing insults carelessly across the battlefield before countless watching spectators and nobles. He questioned Karen's value cruelly, causing Augur enormous shock because those hateful words directly insulted someone precious emotionally toward him. Augur remembered Karen's memories. Emotional thoughts surrounding him strengthened her feelings, despite overwhelming nervousness watching dangerous battles unfold. Karen's smile filled Augur's head, causing emotional support toward him, despite dangerous conditions surrounding the intense duel currently. Augur became furious immediately after Arnia insulted Karen repeatedly, releasing overwhelming killing intent throughout the massive arena before spectators silently. Arnia confidently gathered enormous magical energy, believing Augur lacked abilities necessary, approaching him directly during their dangerous confrontation publicly inside arenas. He unleashed powerful earth rain magic suddenly, covering enormous sections of battlefield space, using countless destructive stone projectiles simultaneously against Augur. Spectators panicked, watching devastating attacks descend rapidly, while Karen desperately screamed Augur's name, believing fatal injuries became completely unavoidable. Arnia suddenly noticed something unusual happening inside battlefield chaos, becoming visibly shocked while observing Augur's unexpected reactions toward magical attacks. Augur moved smoothly through countless falling rocks, avoiding every dangerous projectile perfectly, despite devastating magical destruction surrounding both duelists. Arnia watched nervously while Augur dodged impossible attacks effortlessly, struggling understanding how anyone survived overwhelming magical bombardments continuously without injuries. Augur closed his eyes calmly during movements, claiming intense training eliminated concern toward weak magical techniques and careless attacks entirely afterward. He instantly approached Arnia directly, revealing complete awareness toward magical energy itself, while standing extremely close before frightened opponents silently. Augur attacked instantly after approaching Arnia, delivering overwhelming punches directly toward the Crown Prince before spectators reacted properly. Arnia collapsed heavily across battlefield floors, while audiences realized Augur's physical strike carried terrifying destructive power beyond expectations completely. Augur grabbed Arnia aggressively while mentioning Karen's tears angrily, demanding immediate continuation because their duel remained unfinished despite painful injuries. Arnia groaned helplessly while trapped inside Augur's grip, struggling recovering consciousness following devastating attacks received during close-range combat moments previously. Augur noticed Arnia losing consciousness unexpectedly, becoming confused because he intentionally restrained physical strength carefully during every delivered punch. Augur watched Arnia collapse completely across destroyed battlefield floors, while spectators desperately begged immediate termination before further violence continued. Arnia remained unconscious upon shattered arena tiles awkwardly, creating complete silence among shocked audiences witnessing humiliating defeat. Students avoided watching Arnia further, considering his defeated appearance disgraceful, while many supporters immediately abandoned admiration toward the Crown Prince completely. Officials officially announced Augur Varet's victory loudly, while Augur reacted awkwardly because overwhelming results exceeded his original battle expectations greatly. 23 minutes following commencement, the intense duel between Augur and Arnia concluded completely before astonished nobles, teachers, and academy students. Augur believed defeating Arnia successfully allowed reconciliation between Karen and the Crown Prince, accomplishing intended objectives completely, despite disappointing combat. Imagined future villainous success foolishly, he dreaming enormous harems surrounding him while misunderstanding complicated romantic feelings around relationships completely afterward. Officials announced transferring winner privileges toward Karen directly, causing confusion throughout audiences while Karen nervously approached the arena stage slowly afterward. Augur suddenly remembered Karen supposedly intended reconciling romantically beside the crown prince publicly, becoming excited, expecting successful relationship restoration immediately afterward. Karen stared lovingly toward Augur confidently, silently promising personal support, while Augur remained completely unaware regarding her genuine romantic feelings entirely. Karen stepped before spectators nervously, addressing Arnia publicly while preparing important requests connected directly toward previous engagement arrangements. She suddenly requested engagement cancellation completely, then openly declared desires becoming engaged toward Augur instead, before stunned audiences. Augur reacted with overwhelming confusion immediately, while surrounding students and nobles became equally shocked hearing Karen's unexpected declaration publicly throughout arenas. Gordon and Floan happily congratulated Augur proudly, while Augur desperately questioned Karen regarding unexpected statements announced before countless spectators publicly there. Augur panicked completely before Gordon and Floan, believing Karen's declaration resulted from misunderstandings, while desperately requesting clarification regarding engagement arrangements. Floan revealed official permissions approving Karen's request already existed, including signatures from Gordon, Karen's family, and the kingdom authorities. Augur panicked hearing even the king approved engagement arrangements, while Karen blushed heavily beside confused watching spectators. Augur realized official engagement toward Karen completely destroyed future harem ambitions instantly, causing dramatic despair throughout surrounding audiences and academy grounds. 3 hours following the duel, Augur rested exhausted inside the infirmary while recovering quietly from overwhelming physical and emotional confusion. Augur questioned Karen's intentions nervously inside bedchambers, before Karen suddenly appeared beside him, asking whether he remained awake. Augur complained awkwardly about Karen's unexpected confession, still recovering inside infirmary beds while trying understanding recent engagement chaos. Karen approached Augur carefully, worrying about his condition while remaining nervous regarding their sudden relationship announcement inside academy halls. Augur stared silently toward Karen's appearance, becoming completely confused because her closeness and behavior suddenly felt strangely unfamiliar inside the infirmary room. Augur awakened in spacious infirmary confused, noticing Karen's chest appearance, immediately while struggling understanding her unusual feminine academy uniform. Augur became distracted watching Karen's chest bouncing excessively, causing him panic silently while examining her unfamiliar appearance carefully. Karen explained her father attended upcoming duel personally, reluctantly allowing her request changing traditional clothing customs completely within noble society rules. She remembered her father abandoning restrictive expectations finally, permitting masculine traditions disappear, while encouraging freedom regarding personal appearance choices permanently. Karen proudly displayed redesigned academy uniform happily, while embarrassed Augur admitted her appearance suited perfectly, despite overwhelming nervousness surrounding their interaction. Karen reminded Augur about his earlier response, seriously, revealing she interpreted his words as lifelong commitment toward their relationship. Augur panicked immediately after hearing Karen's explanation, realizing accidentally misunderstood promises created major confusion between both students emotionally. Karen gathered courage slowly while approaching Augur, preparing confess feelings hidden deeply throughout their complicated relationship, until now personally. She held Augur's hand tightly, promising become dependable wife while expressing sincere devotion toward him, despite overwhelming nervous emotions. Karen formally requested engagement from Augur directly, sitting beside him quietly while awaiting his answer inside peaceful infirmary room nervously. Karen admitted personal weaknesses honestly while promising support Augur faithfully, wanting repay kindness he previously showed her emotionally completely there. Augur panicked internally over Karen's engagement request, remembering ridiculous harem ambitions, conflicting heavily with unexpected romantic developments surrounding him. Suddenly Augur noticed Karen's attractiveness seriously, becoming distracted while reconsidering feelings toward his childhood friend carefully inside. Augur struggled balancing harem fantasies against reality, realizing Karen matched many impossible qualities he admired secretly throughout childhood years, perfectly. He accepted Karen's engagement proposal seriously, making her extremely happy while privately continuing thoughts regarding unrealistic harem dreams secretly. Karen moved closer toward Augur nervously, creating intimate atmosphere, while both struggled controlling overwhelming emotions. Karen and Augur nearly kissed passionately, staring closely toward each other, while hesitation silently interrupted their emotional engagement moment. Li Shay suddenly burst inside loudly, shocking Karen immediately, while completely destroying romantic tension surrounding both embarrassed students. Li Shay requested private conversation with Karen seriously, leading her outside while confused Augur watched their sudden departure, silently from behind carefully. Li Shay insulted Augur angrily afterward, blaming him harshly while protecting Karen emotionally from complicated romantic developments surrounding their engagement situation. Augur remained confused inside infirmary room alone, completely unaware his engagement acceptance created emotional chaos surrounding multiple girls. Li Shay nervously brought Karen outside quietly, struggling explain complicated feelings, while both walked through long academy corridors together silently. Li Shay awkwardly congratulated Karen sincerely regarding engagement news, while Karen responded nervously because official arrangements remained completely undecided between both families. Li Shay suddenly declared Karen her romantic rival passionately, shocking Karen completely, while announcing fierce competition regarding Augur's affection publicly there. Karen panicked immediately after understanding Li Shay's feelings toward Augur, realizing engagement alone could not secure his affection permanently for herself. Karen realized Li Shay possessed impressive magical talent secretly, causing concern because powerful abilities complicated romantic rivalry surrounding Augur. Li Shay analyzed Augur's dual abilities carefully, realizing he avoided Prince Arnia's magic perfectly, despite lacking proper magician combat experience beforehand. Karen thanked Augur sincerely with gentle expression, believing his actions allowed her overcome painful struggles surrounding family expectations emotionally. Li Shay admired Karen intensely after hearing heartfelt gratitude, becoming fascinated by her confidence, while emotional excitement overwhelmed her thoughts immediately there. Alice watched both girls arguing awkwardly, deciding Augur's influence resolved Karen's problems successfully, despite chaotic romantic misunderstandings surrounding everyone. Alice quietly questioned current royal affairs, wondering how Prince Arnia's father reacted. Inside Rondism Castle, Gordon and Floan approached the throne carefully while discussing growing rumors spreading throughout nobles regarding upcoming Academy duel events. Royal reports revealed Karen ended her engagement with Prince Arnia, while renewed engagement discussions involving Augur immediately followed publicly. King Imbard listened seriously toward detailed explanations regarding duel consequences, while Gordon and Floan observed his reactions nervously. King Imbard praised completed arrangements calmly, allowing royal proceedings continue freely while attendants respectfully accepted his authority without raising objections further. Imbard discussed academy matters calmly with Gordon and Floan, expressing surprise. Enju accepted Augur, despite his poor classroom participation. The king regretted treating Augur harshly previously, believing ordinary student experiences would correct arrogance before discovering painful misunderstandings. Imbard recognized Chris Ragnica immediately from important documents, recalling complicated events connected toward respected Holy Knight leadership positions. He remembered Chris possessed strong justice and leadership qualities, while quietly regretting mistakes committed against her during previous political conflicts internally. Imbard reflected sorrowfully upon corrupt nobles manipulating circumstances cruelly, realizing Chris suffered greatly because banishment protected her from dangerous political schemes. Gordon respectfully assured Imbard unnecessary worries remained unfounded, believing recent developments surrounding Augur and Chris progressed favorably. He explained Chris cooperated successfully beside Augur, sharing similar ideals, while Imbard listened carefully toward encouraging reports regarding their relationship progress. The king dismissed both attendants peacefully beneath starry skies, ending serious royal discussions concerning academy conflicts and noble family complications. Gordon requested protection for Chris and the Levitsenka family carefully, while departing royal attendants accepted responsibilities without expressing further disagreement. Moonlight illuminated enormous academy buildings silently, while calm nighttime scenery contrasted dangerous tensions surrounding. Floan reflected quietly upon recent political schemes, realizing opponents manipulated circumstances surrounding Augur more effectively than originally expected. Floan analyzed strengthened alliances surrounding Augur carefully, understanding royal approval restored powerful noble support toward the recovering Levitsenka family again. Floan approached Reyna seriously, sensing hidden emotions beneath Reyna's calm behavior, while questioning whether she remained awake intentionally. Reyna answered respectfully before Floan observed her closely, noticing unusual determination hidden behind Reyna's controlled expression inside quiet academy chambers. Floan suddenly attacked Reyna during training practice fiercely, forcing Reyna to defend herself immediately, while intense pressure filled the surrounding room. Floan furiously scolded Reyna for suggesting reckless duels unnecessarily, blaming her foolish decisions for worsening dangerous academy conflicts. Reina apologized weakly while explaining expectations regarding Augur's magic cancellation abilities, though Floan violently rejected excuses during brutal training punishment. Floan mentioned upcoming academy magic competitions coldly, signaling future responsibilities while Reina endured painful discipline silently. Then Floan ordered Reina secure Augur's loyalty immediately, threatening severe consequences upon failure, while Reina listened fearfully beneath overwhelming pressure from expectations. Reina accepted Floan's commands obediently, despite injuries covering her body, promising fulfill assigned duties without resistance toward future academy schemes. Floan reflected uneasily upon Reina's emotionless obedience, considering her increasingly disturbing behavior despite remaining responsible academy student. Floan realized Reina became completely controllable unexpectedly, while Reina secretly anticipated enjoying future schemes involving Augur and academy conflicts. Personally, students praised Augur enthusiastically across academy corridors, discussing heroic actions involving Karen and orphanage protection during previous incidents. Augur overheard students calling him saintly respectfully, remaining confused because public admiration continued growing beyond his understanding throughout academy grounds constantly. Augur walked confidently beside Li Shay and Alice through crowded hallways, while surrounding students watched their unusual group with curiosity silently everywhere. Augur misunderstood growing admiration completely, believing students praised his rebellion against royalty instead of heroic actions. Karen energetically joined Augur's group publicly, while shocked Li Shay and Alice watched their engagement proudly transform ordinary academy mornings. Augur smiled confidently beside elegant corridors, unknowingly attracting increasing attention from a figure observing his composed behavior silently throughout the academy. Another girl admired Augur's refined movements excitedly, blushing heavily while imagining romantic possibilities surrounding his unusual kindness. Shulte Satya introduced herself proudly while secretly leading Augur's unofficial fan club, beside several loyal students supporting his growing reputation. She explained their organization avoided public attention carefully because members preferred protecting Augur quietly without creating unnecessary academy disturbances. Students admired Augur deeply because his recent duel displayed overwhelming determination, causing countless girls across academy grounds becoming fascinated immediately. Shulte gathered fan club members wearing disguises, reminding everyone supporting Augur required secrecy, discipline, caution, and avoiding troublesome suspicious behavior. Augur noticed strange movements surrounding him suddenly, turning backward cautiously while feeling confused about mysterious followers observing him silently nearby. Beside Alice, Augur sensed unfamiliar attention suddenly, then recognized Reina waiting alone beside tables, greeting him cheerfully politely outside. Reina welcomed Augur confidently during breakfast, but his nervous expression revealed strong suspicion regarding her unexpected friendly behavior toward him. Reina requested casual conversation before classes started, causing Augur confusion because their relationship previously contained little personal interaction between them. Alice respectfully separated Augur from Li Shay and Karen, allowing Reina private discussion opportunities while classmates departed silently without objections across gardens. Reina finally explained her intentions directly, inviting Augur into student council membership while sharing tea calmly beside magical textbooks outside. Reina smiled warmly while insisting Augur eventually join student council, though his exhausted reaction showed frustration toward persistent recruitment attempts. Augur realized Reina approached him, causing growing anxiety because her intense attention resembled dangerous hunters targeting vulnerable unsuspecting prey. Reina served black tea calmly across garden tables, while Augur remained cautious, suspecting hidden motives behind her surprisingly generous hospitality gesture. Augur tasted Reina's tea carefully, becoming genuinely shocked because its refined flavor exceeded expectations formed from ordinary academy refreshments. He praised Reina's impressive brewing abilities internally, yet refused becoming subordinate, despite her continued promises preparing tea regularly for him. Reina explained another council member struggled, believing Augur should spend additional time supporting his beloved Karen patiently instead. She revealed student council members handled overwhelming academy responsibilities daily, causing exhausting workloads requiring exceptional talent, judgment, and constant dedication. Augur examined massive document stacks, realizing Reina completed administrative duties alongside principal responsibilities without requesting assistance from anyone. He argued students should not manage excessive academy burdens alone, but Reina calmly insisted her abilities solved problems efficiently regardless. Augur suddenly experienced painful pressure surrounding his chest mysteriously, becoming alarmed immediately, while struggling to understand unexpected physical discomfort. Augur remembered his past life, where he helped exhausted coworkers finish remaining office tasks quickly, earning grateful reactions while ignoring his own exhaustion. Coworkers continuously handed additional responsibilities toward Augur, because his dependable personality encouraged everyone relying heavily upon his constant assistance. Augur overheard coworkers praising his usefulness carelessly, realizing people valued convenience more than his personal health and well-being. Painful memories overwhelmed Augur, causing emotional shock while remembering unbearable exhaustion created from endless responsibilities and relentless expectations previously. Augur reflected upon Reina's situation carefully, finally understanding excessive workloads destroyed people gradually, leading him rejecting harmful working conditions completely. Augur noticed dark circles beneath Reina's eyes suddenly, realizing student council shortages forced her enduring exhausting responsibilities continuously. He silently concluded Reina recruited him from desperation instead affection, then immediately left garden tables while hiding complicated personal emotions. Reina watched Augur depart, believing his concern regarding her condition revealed genuine kindness hidden beneath his guarded personality. She laughed privately while misunderstanding Augur's observations completely, assuming he pitied imaginary eye bags despite her naturally flawless appearance instead. Schulte and hidden supporters admired Augur enthusiastically again, praising his elegant tea preparation skills while secretly observing events from surrounding tables. Schulte overheard Reina recruiting Augur secretly, then became overwhelmed watching him adjust another student's crooked ribbon. She collapsed dramatically from excitement because Augur's casual kindness matched perfectly with fantasies created inside her devoted imagination. Augur returned toward classroom corridors where Karen and Lishay welcomed him warmly while discussing student council matters together. Karen explained student council responsibilities while Augur dismissed recruitment discussions, causing Alice and Lishay to quietly observe everything carefully. Reina carried enormous paperwork stacks alone, while Karen described exhausting council duties, revealing severe workload problems within administration operations overall. Karen excitedly imagined spending entire school days beside Augur through student council membership, ignoring his immediate rejection completely during conversations. Lishay immediately supported Karen's proposal, because joining student council promised additional opportunities beside Augur, despite unexpected recruitment circumstances for everyone. Augur watched Karen and Lishay celebrate enthusiastically, realizing student council recruitment accidentally transformed into another troublesome misunderstanding, surrounding himself completely. Karen and Lishay begged Augur joining student council together, believing shared activities beside him would strengthen their growing relationships. Augur rejected their invitations immediately, explaining dangerous workloads destroyed personal freedom, while Karen and Lishay reacted with complete shock. He criticized student council management harshly, comparing exhausting responsibilities toward abusive workplaces, while several students quietly overheard his complaints nearby. Floan suddenly approached Augur politely, surprising surrounding students, while requesting a private discussion regarding important matters within academy administration. Augur followed Floan reluctantly toward an empty classroom, suspecting another troublesome conversation connected directly toward Reina and student council affairs. Floan invited Augur into a private library while Karen, Alice, and Lishay prepared leaving carefully before suddenly receiving unexpected permission. She requested Augur joining student council directly while he remained cautious, suspecting manipulation behind her unusually calm and persuasive behavior. Floan praised Augur's abilities and promised proper rewards, believing his noble reputation perfectly suited important student council responsibilities. Augur angrily compared Floan's aggressive recruitment tactics toward exploitative employers, openly insulting her persistence while recalling frustrating experiences from previous. Augur defended Reina's exhausting workload seriously, demanding Floan provide greater freedom toward student council leadership instead of excessive administrative pressure. Karen, Lishay, and Floan reacted with surprise after Augur suddenly spoke seriously regarding Reina's unhealthy dedication toward exhausting responsibilities. Augur explained Reina followed orders mechanically while gradually losing individuality, comparing her condition toward an emotionless doll controlled completely externally. Floan listened silently beside Augur, appearing shaken after recognizing painful similarities between Reina's situation and experiences from her earlier life. Augur mocked Floan confidently before leaving politely, causing her expression changing drastically, while his sharp criticism remained deeply unforgettable afterward. Karen and Lishay panicked outside nervously, believing Augur offended the principal terribly, while shocked silence filled surrounding academy hallways completely. Karen and Lishay praised Augur excitedly, admiring his fearless criticism toward Floan, while becoming increasingly fascinated by his confident personality. Augur acted calmly before everyone, pretending his confrontation remained insignificant. While Karen and Lishay admired him enthusiastically from behind, he immediately revealed genuine fear privately, sweating heavily while remembering Floan's terrifying reaction during their uncomfortable conversation together. Augur imagined student council presidents constantly enduring Floan's frightening pressure, realizing their responsibilities seemed far harsher than expected originally throughout Academy. Floan slammed her desk angrily. Shocked Augur described Reina like a doll, because nobody previously noticed her emotional condition before completely. Floan regained composure privately, believing her hidden plans remained safe, despite Augur's unsettling awareness regarding Reina's dangerous emotional exhaustion completely. Karen suggested abandoning student council ambitions, but Augur suddenly reconsidered everything carefully while analyzing Floan's suspicious behavior and intentions silently. Augur remembered Reina's extraordinary magical abilities, realizing Academy leadership wasted her talents through excessive meaningless administrative responsibilities constantly. He unexpectedly announced joining student council immediately, shocking Karen completely, while Li Shay listened quietly beside the classroom entrance with surprise visibly. Augur secretly planned manipulating student council activities personally, intending transforming Reina into a useful ally supporting his future ambitions strategically. Augur declared Reina would serve beneath him, imagining future control over student council activities through her exceptional magical talents. He sent Karen, Li Shay, and Alice away before deciding confronting Reina personally regarding important matters involving future cooperation arrangements immediately. Augur approached Reina nervously inside her room, struggling speaking properly, while Reina listened quietly toward his sudden unexpected visit there. Silently, he bluntly requested Reina staying overnight inside his room, causing immediate confusion because his explanation remained completely unclear toward her entirely. Reina stared speechlessly toward Augur, overwhelmed completely by his shocking proposal, while countless confused thoughts rushed through her exhausted mind. Augur confused Reina completely by requesting she remain inside his room, causing her questioning his strange intentions immediately. He quickly corrected himself awkwardly, explaining student council membership plans involving Mashiro, while Reina listened carefully beside him. Reina questioned Augur's sudden decision seriously, while he explained mutual benefits existed through cooperation, despite previously rejecting council responsibilities entirely before. She reflected privately upon future changes, believing she would finally avoid Floan's harsh punishment and unbearable treatment from authority figures, permanently. Reina smiled warmly toward Augur, feeling genuine relief because somebody finally acknowledged her struggles and offered meaningful support sincerely afterward. Augur continued explaining student council matters carefully, while Reina remained confused about his strange invitation involving staying together. Reina demanded clarification nervously, but Augur repeated his request loudly again, causing her embarrassment growing rapidly from misunderstanding completely. Augur moved closer seriously toward Reina, believing she misunderstood his intentions, while attempting explaining mutual benefits more clearly toward cooperation arrangements. Augur declared needing Reina personally for his future plans, leaving her speechless while misunderstanding his aggressive words completely. Reina nervously accepted Augur's invitation uncertainly, struggling processing his overwhelming statements while countless embarrassing assumptions filled her thoughts. Reina shyly accepted Augur's invitation finally, believing she understood his intentions while struggling controlling overwhelming embarrassment completely inside herself there. Augur thanked Reina calmly before leaving confidently, unaware his strange explanation created massive misunderstandings regarding their future relationship arrangements entirely. Reina panicked alone immediately, questioning sudden developments repeatedly while imagining countless confusing possibilities involving Augur and student council responsibilities together. She remembered Karen, Li Shay, and Alice discussing Augur's preferences previously, causing her thoughts drifting toward increasingly embarrassing conclusions rapidly there. Nervously examined her appearance silently, she wondering whether Augur's growing interest connected toward her body instead of genuine cooperation completely. Reina misunderstood Augur's intentions completely, believing his invitation represented romantic interest while struggling controlling embarrassed thoughts. Alone silently, Reina strengthened her determination seriously, deciding fulfilling Augur's wishes completely, because she desperately wanted remaining important toward him permanently. Augur walked confidently through academy hallways, satisfied Reina accepted cooperation while planning executing Mashiro's earlier strategic advice immediately. Karen organized cheerful celebrations outside, while Alice mistakenly claimed Reina became Augur's fiancée, causing awkward reactions from everyone present together. She suddenly confessed wanting greater closeness toward Li Shay, surprising her completely, while emotional tensions continued increasing among Augur's surrounding companions rapidly. Li Shay reacted shyly toward Karen's confession while distant classmates watched curiously, causing unexpected romantic tension spreading quietly. Alice enthusiastically introduced an extravagant bonding activity, claiming nobles and commoners alike would enjoy participating together enthusiastically during celebrations. Augur returned confidently toward his dormitory, planning using Alice's suggested gathering carefully for strengthening connections with Reina personally through manipulation tactics. Later, Reina walked nervously through academy corridors alone, attempting calming herself before meeting Augur, while overwhelming embarrassment continued consuming her thoughts. She arrived wearing revealing sleepwear nervously, believing Augur expected intimate intentions, while forcing herself continuing toward his room, despite overwhelming hesitation. Reina worried nervously about her appearance, believing Augur would reject her immediately once discovering her physical insecurities. She remembered Floan's frightening behavior sadly, wondering whether Augur could truly protect her from painful treatment and manipulation permanently someday somehow. Attempted abandoning hopeful fantasies completely, Reina convincing herself returning home remained safer than trusting unrealistic romantic expectations involving Augur anymore. Reina suddenly heard strange voices behind Augur's door, causing immediate confusion while suspicious thoughts rapidly interrupted her previous emotional determination. She accidentally heard awkward noise, imagined Augur did something with Karen, Li-Shay, and Alice together, leaving her shocked while misunderstanding everything immediately. Reina remained imagined through the doorway, misunderstanding Augur's playful bathing interactions with Karen, Li-Shay, and Alice completely inside that room instantly. She frozen outside nervously, while strange voices continued echoing loudly, convincing her intimate activities had already begun inside the room completely. Panicked emotionally, and imagined forbidden celebrations occurring behind closed doors, Reina believing Augur's dangerous party finally started without restraint inside there. Reina misunderstood Augur's invitation completely, imagining inappropriate relationships involving Karen and Li-Shay while panicking about student council responsibilities. She rushed through hallways desperately, deciding she must warn everyone properly before misunderstandings surrounding Augur created larger problems across academy dormitories. They noticed Reina suddenly appearing excitedly, becoming curious about her unusual behavior, while colorful decorations filled surrounding corridors completely everywhere. Reina stopped moving immediately, confused completely after discovering unexpected preparations and strange reactions waiting directly inside the decorated room already. Karen and Li-Shay welcomed Reina cheerfully during pajama gathering celebrations, revealing Augur's invitation actually involved harmless student council bonding activities. Augur and Alice welcomed everyone warmly into the pajama gathering, preparing snacks and drinks, while Reina entered cautiously. Reina learned noisy celebrations attracted many students unexpectedly, causing confusion while Augur calmly explained harmless party activities. Augur explained student council members should strengthen relationships together, making Reina suddenly realize his earlier invitation carried innocent intentions completely instead. Reina apologized internally for misunderstanding Augur's motives previously, feeling embarrassed while recognizing the gathering remained wholesome and socially beneficial entirely throughout. Li-Shay thanked Reina sincerely for joining activities happily, while Reina appreciated Augur's decision supporting ordinary students within student council operations equally. Li-Shay happily encouraged everyone enjoying pajama gathering activities together, creating cheerful atmosphere while students relaxed comfortably inside Augur's room. Reina gradually relaxed beside Li-Shay, appreciating peaceful conversations, because ordinary social experiences rarely appeared within her exhausting daily responsibilities. She questioned Karen about decorative accessories, learning Augur previously gifted valuable items toward student council members personally before this gathering. Li-Shay proudly displayed a prestigious Verret family handkerchief, exciting everyone while Karen admired Augur's generosity toward people supporting him loyally everywhere. Karen explained Alice's maid outfit originated from Augur's personal orders, causing surrounding girls praising his thoughtful treatment toward companions enthusiastically together. Karen discussed Alice's unusual maid uniform cheerfully, while Reina listened curiously and other students reacted with surprised amusement. Augur observed everyone bonding successfully during pajama gathering activities, proudly believing his careful planning improved Reina's social relationships significantly. Li-Shay suddenly questioned student council responsibilities seriously, causing conversation atmosphere changing immediately, while everyone focused toward Augur's explanation. Augur explained student council recruitment related directly toward upcoming academy magic competition, involving important representatives from every magical academy nationwide together. Students learned prestigious academies would send 3-member teams into massive magical tournament, raising excitement and tension throughout the gathering, instantly completely. Augur questioned Reina about previous academy competitions carefully, while Karen proudly described Reina's overwhelming performance during earlier magical tournaments. Reina admitted suffering defeat despite fighting alone courageously, revealing extraordinary abilities shocked spectators and academy representatives greatly during competition. She explained lacking trustworthy teammates prevented victory previously, causing everyone realizing student council desperately needed stronger members immediately for tournaments. Karen praised Li Shay enthusiastically, explaining her rare dual magic abilities using both wind and ice techniques effectively against opponents everywhere. She confidently described Augur's deceptive battle strategies, believing his unpredictable tactics could even overwhelm Prince Arnia during dangerous magical confrontations someday. Augur finally understood Floan's persistent recruitment attempts connected directly toward strengthening academy representatives for upcoming magical tournament competitions nationwide. Reina formally invited Augur and Li Shay joining her competition team, hoping their combined abilities could secure academy victory successfully together. Karen and Alice immediately realized Reina's true intentions. Understanding student council recruitment focused completely around assembling powerful magical teammates strategically together. Li Shay accepted enthusiastically, because challenging powerful opponents excited her greatly, while Augur approved Reina's honesty regarding tournament motivations immediately afterward. Augur became motivated toward proving his abilities publicly through competition, causing Reina realizing his ambitions exceeded ordinary student expectations completely. Augur, Reina, and Li Shay officially registered together for Academy Magic competition, forming determined team, while Karen and Alice celebrated excitedly happily inside dormitory. The academy building stood quietly beneath night skies, marking beginning of intense preparations before dangerous tournament battles against rival schools across kingdom. Karen and Li Shay slept peacefully together while Augur and Reina watched quietly, asking Alice preparing additional blankets. Reina noticed Augur's unusual silence and questioned his condition carefully while he awkwardly asked whether she felt exhausted recently. Personally, Augur requested informal names between them, calling Reina directly, while encouraging her abandoning strict respectful distance completely from now onward. Reina immediately leaned against Augur comfortably inside bed, shocking him completely, while her exhausted body relaxed naturally beside him quietly. Augur remained frozen beneath Reina's embrace, wondering whether exhausted companionship and physical closeness created healthy emotional recovery methods together accidentally. Augur struggled controlling inappropriate thoughts while reminding himself Reina needed emotional support, instead of selfish personal distractions completely. Reina praised Augur's kindness sincerely, remembering his previous actions helping many people before admitting she carried unresolved personal guilt secretly herself. Apologized awkwardly beside Augur, Reina explaining her unusual physical reactions were artificial because her body functioned differently from ordinary students naturally. She confessed manipulating Augur's kindness intentionally, believing revealing her hidden condition would determine whether he genuinely accepted her completely afterward. Reina nervously prepared, exposing her deepest secret toward Augur, fearing rejection while waiting quietly beside him inside the bedroom silently. Augur reacted with complete panic after Reina suddenly prepared, revealing her hidden secret directly before him. Reina exposed herself nervously while Augur abandoned hesitation immediately, deciding honestly accepting her confession without unnecessary judgment completely there. Augur and Reina stared silently toward each other closely, overwhelmed by nervous tension while emotions intensified rapidly between them, unexpectedly there. Strong winds suddenly burst through, opened windows violently, interrupting their intimate moment while Reina hurried, protecting herself from embarrassment immediately. The loud disturbance awakened Karen and Li Shay instantly, causing confused panic, while both girls wondered what happened inside Augur's room suddenly. Karen and Li Shay entered suddenly after hearing crashing noises while Reina hurried cleaning broken decorations beside embarrassed Augur, silently. Augur admitted selfish disappointment privately, revealing curiosity toward Reina's breasts, while Karen and Li Shay misunderstood his frustrated emotional reaction. Reina borrowed Alice's bathroom nervously before leaving quietly, causing Augur questioning whether her strange behavior concealed deeper personal problems internally. Stared toward herself silently inside bathroom, Reina remembering her unfinished confession, while struggling deciding whether revealing everything completely remained worthwhile emotionally. She doubted Augur's acceptance deeply, fearing her hidden truth would destroy their growing connection despite his kindness toward her completely. Young Reina ran through burning streets, desperately searching for her parents, while destruction surrounded frightened civilians. Floan captured Reina forcefully and dragged her away silently, ignoring frightened resistance during the terrifying disaster completely around her. Reina suffered painful experiments beside abandoned children, while adults repeatedly questioned her usefulness and treated failures like disposable garbage every day. Researchers continued testing Reina brutally, praising her endurance while terrified children screamed throughout the facility completely and endless suffering consumed everyone there. Augur and the girls traveled toward Lamdarv Kingdom, preparing academy tournament participation, while observing tropical scenery surrounding the distant southern nation by ship. Augur arrived with Reina, Karen, Alice, and Lishay, watching companions celebrate enthusiastically while exploring Lamdarv Kingdom's crowded coastline during vacation. Karen thanked Augur for transportation assistance, then excitedly guided everyone through tropical attractions while flaunting fashionable vacation clothing beside him. Reina, Alice, Lishay, and Karen gathered beside palm trees happily, posing confidently before rushing excitedly toward the bright ocean together. Augur panicked after noticing revealing swimsuits and Alice's weapon, silently questioning everyone's unusual behavior during their seaside vacation at Lamdarv. Augur watched Karen and Reina playing carelessly, becoming distracted by embarrassing swimsuit accidents, while silently questioning their shameless confidence composure. He encouraged everyone toward ocean activities, pretending calmness while Reina and Karen happily splashed water across shoreline beside him quietly. Reina teased Augur using oversized clothing, causing him greater confusion while he promised victory during the academy tournament against her. Karen played excitedly beside Reina, while Augur secretly planned tournament strategies and considered methods for gaining Reina's acknowledgement through strength. Augur erased humiliating memories immediately, glaring angrily from shallow water, while he avoided answering her complaints directly completely. Reina approached resting Augur, seriously, discussing tournament concerns while Lishay collapsed dramatically from intense tropical heat beside them miserably. Lishay struggled painfully against scorching weather conditions, revealing weaknesses common among ice element mages, visiting Lamdarv Kingdom during summer vacation periods. Reina prepared cold Lamdarv tea carefully, offering refreshing drinks while advising everyone about hydration and proper protection against dangerous tropical temperatures. Augur praised Reina's tea enthusiastically, learning about Lamdarv traditions while Reina revealed the Southern Kingdom remained her original birthplace surprisingly. Lishay overheard Reina's explanation silently, becoming confused about Reina's family background, while Augur calmly considered the unexpected personal information revealed. Lishay recovered energetically after drinking Reina's tea, declaring intense training plans while Reina worried quietly about dangerous overexertion beside everyone. She promised impressive tournament results confidently, expressing gratitude toward Augur while proudly showing determination through passionate encouragement. Reina thanked Lishay politely while watching Karen sprint excitedly toward ocean activities beside Augur and Alice across sandy beaches together. Reina stared silently toward a volleyball resting nearby, appearing thoughtful while considering competitive possibilities against everyone gathered beside the shoreline carefully. Alice, Reina, Karen, Lishay, and Augur organized teams confidently, preparing an intense beach volleyball challenge against powerful opponents beside crashing waves. Augur explained volleyball practice casually, but Alice attacked aggressively immediately, shocking everyone while powerful spikes. Alice dominated the match seriously, forcing teammates into panic, while Reina quietly watched the overwhelming competition unfold beside sandy shoreline spectators. Augur abandoned casual practice intentions, rushing forward competitively, while teammates questioned his sudden determination during intense volleyball exchanges against Alice. Augur and Alice confronted each other fiercely, shouting confidently while both sides battled passionately across the heated beach volleyball match together. The volleyball match stopped briefly when an unfamiliar man approached suddenly, interrupting competition while everyone turned attention toward unexpected newcomers. A violent volleyball strike launched a reckless newcomer across sand violently, interrupting practice while shocked spectators watched the chaotic accident unfold. Augur recognized the injured stranger as Alaban, while Alice, Reina, Karen, and Lishay stared nervously at the unexpected reunion beside them. Reina questioned Alaban's identity quietly, while Augur listened carefully after hearing the unfamiliar man call him respected superior proudly. Alaban praised Augur enthusiastically, explaining recent criminal hunts, while Augur casually redirected him toward another dangerous tourist district immediately. He revealed suspicious doping distribution across Lamdarv, warning Augur about hidden criminal activity connected toward secret operations within the kingdom. Alaban warned about hidden danger inside Lamdarv, maybe involved Flown, while Reina listened silently, realizing suspicious activities threatened everyone. Students gathered inside tournament accommodations, while academy representatives arrived steadily, preparing themselves carefully before the large magic competition started. Augur injured himself accidentally before the tournament, leaving Alice extremely worried while he struggled painfully inside their temporary accommodation room. Alice blamed herself for Augur's injuries, though he calmly appreciated her actions and reconsidered defensive strategies before tournament matches began. Augur analyzed possible dangers carefully, acknowledging Alice's overwhelming strength while preparing countermeasures against serious magical attacks from rival students strategically. Lishay excitedly introduced Karen to Augur inside their room, surprising him completely while Karen reacted nervously toward their sudden unexpected meeting. Karen examined Augur's injured arm carefully, explaining her healing abilities, while Alice watched quietly beside them inside accommodations. Peacefully, Karen activated healing magic smoothly across Augur's arm, surprising him immediately while magical energy surrounded their room brightly. Augur thanked Karen sincerely after recovery, though Karen redirected appreciation toward Li Shay, while Alice celebrated the successful healing excitedly. Li Shay argued desperately with reception workers, demanding immediate medical assistance while restricted staff refused entry despite hearing injury explanations. Several men confronted Li Shay harshly, mocking her family background openly while introducing themselves arrogantly during their uncomfortable conversation inside restricted areas. Li Shay defended Augur firmly against insults, accepting criticism toward herself, while refusing completely to tolerate disrespect directed toward him publicly, ignored warnings immediately. Li Shay rushing alone into restricted areas while surrounding students watched silently, and guards reacted with complete confusion. Karen felt embarrassed, remembering Li Shay's brave words, while Augur realized her personality had changed significantly, compared with earlier impressions completely. Augur listened quietly while Karen praised Li Shay's personal growth, explaining her former timid behavior around noble students from prestigious families. Karen thanked Li Shay sincerely for supporting them emotionally, while Li Shay reflected sadly about discrimination. Nobles continued showing toward commoners everywhere. Augur encouraged Li Shay confidently before the tournament, while both declared their strength proudly toward opponents watching the competition preparations. Reina observed participants entering tournament facilities silently, while confirming Augur and Li Shay officially joined the dangerous magical competition successfully. Reina answered politely while Floan warned her carefully, explaining excessive praise could create serious complications during important future responsibilities. Later, Floan declared intentions to obtain dual-caster Li Shay, revealing ambitious plans connected toward the Lamdarv kingdom secretly afterward. She pressured Reina quietly regarding hidden responsibilities, causing Reina visible discomfort while remaining silent during their tense private discussion. Floan questioned Reina suspiciously, noticing emotional attachment toward Li Shay while Reina hesitated nervously during their uncomfortable private conversation. Reina panicked internally after Floan's accusations, while Li Shay's cheerful response appeared vividly inside her conflicted emotional thoughts unexpectedly. Floan confronted Reina directly again, demanding complete understanding while Reina reacted with visible shock and growing anxiety toward dangerous implications. She threatened Reina brutally with endless suffering, warning betrayal would result in unbearable torment through every technique and knowledge possessed personally. Floan demonstrated terrifying magical power before Reina, forcing fearful obedience while reminding her completely about unbearable pain experienced previously under punishment. Reina escaped the frightening confrontation, breathing heavily outside the building, while struggling emotionally from Floan's terrifying threats and pressure. Cried uncontrollably alone, Reina remembering Floan's cruel warnings while fear and emotional pain overwhelmed her completely beside empty pathways. Reina forced herself forward emotionally, repeating personal duties constantly, while convincing herself smiling remained necessary, regardless of painful circumstances endured. Augur and Li Shay waited inside tournament halls calmly, discussing bracket selections while noticing Reina arriving later than expected for preparations there. Reina approached silently before Augur and Li Shay, hiding emotional suffering carefully while maintaining an unreadable expression beneath lowered eyes completely. Reina forced herself smiling again, assuring everyone about her usefulness, while hiding emotional instability caused by Floan's frightening manipulation. Augur questioned Reina casually about Principal Floan, while Li Shay excitedly discovered nearby food, interrupting their serious conversation completely. He criticized Reina's unhealthy routine immediately, forcing food toward her while worrying constantly about exhaustion caused through excessive responsibilities and overwork. Reina quietly joined the gathering while representatives from every school assembled together, preparing themselves before tournament events officially started inside halls. Shelba Ansum introduced himself dramatically confidently, immediately irritating Augur through loud behavior and exaggerated self-important personality traits displayed. Shelba mocked Reina arrogantly before everyone loudly, while Augur became irritated immediately and expected Reina to respond against his behavior. Reina and Augur stood together silently afterward, revealing mutual dislike clearly while discussing personal feelings regarding each other's unpleasant personalities openly. Reina endured Shelba's mocking complaints about previous tournament failures, while listening silently beside Augur during academy gathering discussions among nobles. Augur learned Shelba desperately wanted Professor Floan's recognition, though constant rejection gradually transformed him into an irritating loudspeaker for everyone. Reina explained Shelba's behavior calmly, while Augur ignored the noise, focusing instead upon tournament opportunities proving personal abilities to Flown. Shelba recognized Augur immediately, mentioning the disgraced Verret family history, while Augur answered coldly without showing emotional reactions whatsoever publicly. He insulted Reyna harshly before noticing her dangerous expression, causing silence between them, while Augur observed the confrontation carefully. Tournament officials gathered academy representatives together, announcing competition procedures, while students prepared nervously for upcoming magical battles between prestigious schools nationwide. Reyna quietly excused herself from Augur, leaving him watching calmly while academy participants continued gathering around decorated tables. Representatives selected numbered lots carefully while surrounding students observed silently, waiting anxiously for tournament matchups, determining academy rivalries and reputations. Tournament results revealed Missizona Academy facing Lichberg Academy immediately, causing surprise among participants while Reyna apologized awkwardly toward Augur. Shelba celebrated another future victory loudly beside Augur, while Reyna answered politely and continued anticipating the upcoming tournament confrontation. Confronted Reyna privately, Shelba claiming she constantly acted superior while observing him calmly during tense conversations before tournament preparations began. Reyna denied Shelba's accusations quietly, though Shelba continued laughing arrogantly and declared her confidence would collapse during upcoming matches completely. Shelba insulted Reyna further beside Augur, calling her worthless, while sudden magical pressure spread heavily across the surrounding atmosphere immediately. Reyna finally lost patience, warning Shelba firmly while dangerous energy surrounded her body and shocked nearby students, observing silently there. She coldly called Shelba annoying, forcing him retreat nervously while threatening future defeat before escaping the overwhelming magical pressure completely. Augur laughed softly while praising Reyna's honest emotions, surprising her because she rarely exposed personal feelings openly. Reyna thanked Augur nervously afterward, questioning her behavior privately, while watching him continue drinking tea without noticing her embarrassment. Augur appreciated Reyna defending him earlier, causing her expression freeze instantly, while unexpected emotions overwhelmed her thoughts and composure completely suddenly. Reyna realized Augur had become deeply important emotionally, interpreting his kindness sincerely while imagining closer feelings developing naturally between them. Quietly she approached Augur confidently despite misunderstanding his intentions completely, leaving Augur confused while hidden romantic tension continued growing awkwardly between them. Augur carried sleeping Li Shay casually while telling Reyna he wanted friendship between them, leaving Reyna quietly observing his unusual behavior. Reyna accepted Augur's words seriously, promising prove herself worthy before mentioning tomorrow's match, and leaving him slightly confused. Large crowds gathered inside the massive arena, while tournament preparations finished, and magical barriers surrounded the battlefield securely before matches began. Students cheered loudly for Missizona and Lichberg representatives, while Augur's supporters encouraged him excitedly before the important opening confrontation. Tournament announcers introduced a powerful team using lightning and fire magic, while competitors entered the battlefield preparing serious combat immediately together. Shelba confidently led Missizona Academy representatives toward the battlefield, while Reyna and Mashiro followed behind preparing themselves seriously for combat. Augur entered beside Li Shay and Karen proudly, representing Lichberg Academy, while announcers praised their mysterious strength and remarkable hidden potential. Reyna and Shelba entered the arena confidently, while spectators observed both academy representatives preparing themselves carefully for competition. Reyna and Shelba exchanged respectful handshakes before their match, promising honorable competition, despite tension surrounding both academies present inside arenas. Shelba mocked Reyna's partnership openly, insulting her teammate harshly while declaring their inevitable defeat before surrounding spectators loudly without restraint. Reyna responded calmly toward Shelba's insults, pretending confusion while forcing him repeat his embarrassing statements before everyone watching inside silently. She admitted, hearing Shelba's warning clearly, revealing hidden confidence while implying his future regret would eventually become unavoidable during competition. Reyna confidently supported Augur and Li Shay publicly, declaring their teamwork reliable while Shelba questioned her unusual trust toward both companions. Shelba observed Augur and Li Shay carefully, becoming confused after witnessing their determined attitudes, despite widespread criticism surrounding their reputations everywhere. Li Shay stumbled awkwardly before spectators, causing others doubt her abilities while she nervously denied making any serious mistake publicly there. Students mocked Li Shay's clumsiness immediately, accusing her unfairly while Shelba became increasingly shocked watching her embarrassing behavior during preparations closely. Augur noticed hostile opinions spreading through arena crowds, realizing many nobles distrusted his family and suspected hidden manipulation schemes constantly. Shelba learned Augur lacked magical aptitude completely, causing confusion because participating within dangerous magical battles seemed completely unreasonable publicly. He laughed confidently beside teammates, convincing himself his worries were foolish while underestimating Augur's unusual confidence and planning abilities entirely. Shelba loudly declared guaranteed victory while Malka and Borden prepared themselves impatiently before spectators watched the approaching battle carefully together. The match officially started as Augur calmly directed Reina and Li Shay, according previously discussed strategies against opposing academy representatives immediately there. Augur analyzed Misazona's predictable tactics quickly, identifying coordinated thunder attacks supporting Shelba's finishing fire magic against enemy formations during combat. Shelba ordered teammates target Li Shay and Augur first, while promising personally restrain Reina during the dangerous academy battle immediately. Li Shay countered incoming thunder attacks gracefully, surprising opponents while concealing her true elemental abilities behind misleading wind magic appearances cleverly. Suddenly Li Shay unleashed powerful frost magic, freezing surrounding attacks instantly while shocked spectators realized her exceptional magical talent completely there. Crowds praised Li Shay's rare dual-element casting abilities loudly while she confidently entrusted remaining combat responsibilities toward Augur calmly afterward there. Shelba reacted with complete disbelief after witnessing Li Shay's overwhelming abilities, realizing previous assumptions regarding her weakness were entirely mistaken publicly. Borden lost control during battle, crashing violently toward arena ground while frozen injuries prevented proper movement completely during combat. Augur suddenly caught Malka carefully before impact, preventing serious injuries while she panicked from the unexpected rescue during battle proceedings. Malka became shocked after Augur protected her kindly, struggling to understand why an opposing participant would rescue enemies during dangerous competition events. Augur accidentally affected Malka emotionally, causing strange reactions while spectators misunderstood events and declared her completely defeated immediately afterward there. He defeated Borden effortlessly afterward, stepping across his unconscious body calmly, while warning opponents against reckless overexertion during matches publicly. Shelba remained Misazona's final contestant, while spectators praised Augur and Lisburg Academy for eliminating opposing teammates successfully. Attacked Augur furiously, Shelba realizing Augur fought effectively without magic, while Reina calmly questioned Shelba's inability controlling him properly there. Reina suddenly trapped Shelba using lightning magic creatively, revealing advanced techniques while shocking spectators with her overwhelming magical control publicly. Shelba struggled desperately against Reina's lightning whip attack, while commentators praised her extraordinary discipline and flexible magical abilities throughout combat there. Reina threatened Shelba playfully while maintaining dangerous pressure, causing frightened spectators admire her terrifying strength and beautiful appearance simultaneously there. Shelba launched powerful fire attacks desperately while Reina remained calm, effortlessly enduring his aggressive magic without showing concern. Reina countered Shelba's flames directly using lightning magic, creating violent magical collisions across the arena battlefield continuously during combat. Massive explosions erupted throughout arena grounds while commentators announced both contestants successfully matching each other's destructive elemental magic attacks simultaneously. Shelba praised Reina's impressive abilities confidently, acknowledging her extraordinary training while Augur and Li Shay observed their dangerous confrontation carefully together. He arrogantly threatened Reina's entire team, declaring hidden strength remained unused, while promising overwhelming destruction against every opponent present there. Reina admitted Augur and Li Shay became precious companions, causing her determination strengthen, while confronting Shelba during the dangerous battle. Reina warned Shelba against insulting teammates while Augur calmly closed his eyes, confusing opponents observing his relaxed behavior. Shelba released overwhelming magical pressure suddenly, preparing himself seriously while dark energy spread dangerously throughout the arena battlefield rapidly. Activated enormous flame magic circles aggressively, Shelba attempting to eliminate Augur and Reina immediately before they could react against his offensive. Spectators panicked instantly after witnessing Shelba's destructive spell preparation, realizing the approaching magical attack threatened everyone watching nearby dangerously. Augur stepped directly before Shelba's massive attack calmly, causing confused officials desperately order him escape from immediate danger immediately. Augur activated mysterious abilities, suddenly targeting Shelba's magical source directly while confidently revealing hidden power before shocked spectators publicly. Shelba's enormous flame attack collapsed instantly, leaving him completely confused while magical energy scattered uselessly throughout arena grounds everywhere. He panicked after realizing his magical power disappeared entirely, losing composure while Augur's strange technique overwhelmed him completely during battle. Li Shay finished the battle using powerful frost magic, neutralizing Shelba's remaining flames, while securing decisive victory for Lisburg Academy. Lisburg Academy secured complete victory proudly as Augur, Reina, and Li Shay stood together before cheering spectators throughout the massive arena. Shelba realized Augur's mysterious ability neutralized magic directly. Understanding Li Shay alone could never extinguish his flames completely during battle. Shelba angrily blamed Augur afterward, recognizing his defeat resulted entirely from Augur's interference rather than ordinary magical combat abilities. A mysterious hooded figure approached Shelba secretly, offering extraordinary power while exploiting frustrations caused by humiliating defeat publicly there. Shelba accepted the suspicious proposal carelessly, deciding revenge against Augur mattered more than concerns regarding dangerous hidden organizations operating secretly. The hooded figure injected Shelba, causing intense pain while strange energy spread rapidly through his weakened, exhausted body completely. Shelba screamed uncontrollably beneath the dark forest night, while the mysterious figure observed silently, waiting for transformation results patiently. Students gathered inside tournament lodging halls, praising Li Shay and Reina enthusiastically, while reporters requested interviews regarding their extraordinary battle performance. Li Shay became overwhelmed by surrounding attention while Reina calmly questioned her abilities and training beside silently observing Augur. Spectators discussed Augur's devastating kick excitedly, while he quietly rested alone, exhausted from participating throughout the difficult magical tournament. Li Shay collapsed beside Augur, tiredly, admitting complete exhaustion, while Augur explained he simply wanted peaceful rest following intense combat activities. Reina prepared special tea leaves carefully, explaining their relaxing effects while surrounding students eagerly requested brewing lessons from her. Students sampled Reina's special tea nervously, immediately reacting badly, while Augur remained calm, observing everyone's exaggerated miserable expressions. Reina explained brewing difficulties seriously, while Augur noticed her tea possessed a completely different scent from ordinary preparations served previously. Reina allowed Augur smell her hand closely, becoming startled, while he carefully examined the unusual fragrance surrounding her skin silently. Augur quietly complimented Reina's pleasant scent, causing her face become completely red from unexpected embarrassment during their private interaction. Karen, Li Shay, Alice silently observed as Augur kissed Reina's hand, reacting cautiously while tension spread throughout the quiet resting room. Karen questioned Augur's relationship with Reina jokingly, while Alice sensed unusual tension surrounding everyone gathered peacefully. Reina laughed happily beside Augur and others, enjoying their conversations while classmates became surprised, witnessing her unusually cheerful behavior. Li Shay expressed gratitude toward Augur's group sincerely, explaining their kindness and support made her feel genuinely accepted among companions. A mysterious hooded figure suddenly appeared outside nearby windows, interrupting peaceful conversations, while apologizing strangely toward everyone gathered inside. They reacted with complete shock immediately, rushing investigate the hooded intruder while confusion spread rapidly across tournament lodging halls everywhere. The hooded intruder activated dangerous magic suddenly, alarming surrounding students, while mysterious energy spread aggressively throughout tournament lodging halls. Explosive flames burst violently across crowded rooms, forcing students panic immediately while nearby furniture suffered heavy damage from magical attacks. Augur observed the strange intruder carefully, becoming suspicious, while the hooded figure groaned painfully beneath unstable magical pressure. Teachers ordered immediate evacuation quickly, suspecting forbidden enhancement drugs caused the intruder's violent condition and uncontrollable magical behavior completely. The mysterious attacker charged directly toward Augur's group aggressively, while surrounding students watched the dangerous confrontation nervously from safe distances. Augur realized his abilities remained unusable indoors, while the hooded attacker deliberately targeted crowded rooms filled with vulnerable students. Alice responded instantly beside Augur, drawing her weapon confidently while preparing herself to protect everyone against the dangerous intruder. Charged aggressively toward the hooded attacker, Alice avoiding incoming magical projectiles skillfully, while closing distance through direct physical movement. She struck the intruder powerfully using close combat attacks, forcing the hooded figure lose balance during violent confrontation inside tournament lodging. The hooded attacker screamed painfully after Alice's successful strike landed directly, causing dark fluids scatter across damaged clothing violently. Alice threatened the hooded intruder directly, demanding answers while protecting Augur against possible assassination attempts inside crowded tournament lodging halls. She cornered the weakened attacker successfully while frightened students observed cautiously from distant hallways throughout the damaged building. The hooded intruder suddenly released smoke explosives unexpectedly, creating confusion while preparing an immediate escape from Alice's relentless pursuit. Alice attempted chasing the escaping attacker aggressively, but failed, apologizing toward Augur, while smoke covered surrounding rooms heavily completely. Augur questioned the intruder's true intentions seriously, suspecting the mysterious attack specifically targeted him, rather than surrounding students directly. Tournament organizers postponed scheduled matches temporarily while injured contestants received treatment following the destructive masked intruder attack yesterday completely. Officials requested cooperation from Lisburg Academy students, explaining investigation committees needed assistance identifying the dangerous masked attacker immediately urgently. Organizers praised Augur's proven abilities carefully, requesting his group provide protection until tournament activities could safely resume again officially. Students proposed setting dangerous ambush traps immediately, hoping capture the masked intruder once he inevitably returned targeting Augur directly. Augur accepted the straightforward strategy calmly, while companions prepared themselves nervously for the approaching confrontation against mysterious attackers together. Reina admitted exhausting her mana completely beside Li Shay, requesting temporary rest while still insisting she could continue helping everyone. Li Shay encouraged Reina, explaining Augur and Alice could manage remaining responsibilities, while other students supported their efforts together. Augur noticed Reina behaving unusually exhausted, deciding personally handle important matters while Alice and companions prepared assisting responsibilities immediately there. Reina quietly thanked Augur, as she and Li Shay sincerely before leaving, trusting them completely, while depending upon their continued support during recovery. Later, Reina rested alone inside luxurious chambers, as she mentioned Augur waiting patiently outside for an important conversation soon. Reina confronted the hooded figure directly inside luxurious chambers, calmly addressing Shelba while observing his weakened unconscious condition carefully. Shelba remained unconscious beneath strange magical effects, while Reina watched silently, confirming the mysterious organization's dangerous influence spreading rapidly. Reina relaxed beside sleeping Li Shay happily, appreciating private companionship while acknowledging recent events unexpectedly created valuable personal opportunities. Prepared continuing her mission seriously, Reina complaining Alice proved troublesome, while carefully touching Li Shay's face during secret discussions privately. She lifted sleeping Li Shay gently, deciding transport her toward Flown while maintaining calm confidence regarding future plans and responsibilities ahead. Reina held sleeping Li Shay carefully while staring quietly, struggling control complicated emotions regarding their dangerous secret mission together privately. Augur suddenly confronted Reina directly, demanding explanations regarding Li Shay's disappearance while suspecting Reina secretly kidnapped her recently without permission. Reina became visibly shaken hearing Augur's accusations, hesitating nervously while instinctively reaching towards sleeping Li Shay beside her carefully. She abandoned kidnapping thoughts immediately, realizing harming Augur emotionally would only increase her own sadness and regret deeply inside herself. Then she decided investigate suspicious doping elixirs instead, listening carefully while Alaban explained strange substances used by masked individuals recently there. Students discussed suspicious doping elixirs carefully, realizing magical versions increased physical strength unusually while concerning everyone involved greatly inside headquarters. Alaban explained ordinary doping elixirs previously affected fighters exclusively, making magical enhancement substances seem extremely abnormal and dangerous. Augur considered connections involving masked distributors seriously, suspecting experimental mage elixirs carried hidden effects beyond ordinary mana enhancement capabilities. Sudden disturbances interrupted discussions immediately, causing Augur, Alice, and Alaban prepare themselves quickly. After realizing dangerous enemies approached aggressively, the masked figure attacked violently throughout headquarters, while Alaban charged forward confidently, exploiting close combat against vulnerable mages recklessly there. The masked figure attacked aggressively during close combat, overpowering Alaban quickly, while causing heavy damage throughout headquarters violently. Augur watched the brutal attack carefully, becoming shocked after witnessing the masked enemy defeat Alaban using overwhelming physical strength completely. He activated his mysterious deletion ability directly against the masked figure, attempting erase dangerous magical power sources immediately during combat. The masked enemy reacted instantly against Augur's ability, moving incredibly fast while preparing devastating firepower through enormous magical formations aggressively. Gigantic flame attack erupted throughout headquarters suddenly, causing everyone realize the doping elixir amplified magical abilities beyond normal limitations drastically. Augur struggled against the gigantic flame attack desperately, realizing neither escape nor magical deletion could completely stop incoming destruction. Alice suddenly intercepted the devastating attack, using Blossom Slash, protecting Augur successfully, while cutting through dangerous flames completely. Confronted the masked enemy coldly, Alice questioning whether he genuinely intended murdering Augur during the violent headquarters assault recently. She unleashed overwhelming fury immediately, declaring ruthless punishment, while her terrifying bloodlust shocked everyone witnessing confrontation closely inside headquarters. Alice threatened completely erasing the masked enemy mercilessly, causing even the mysterious attacker acknowledge her monstrous dangerous presence silently.